All right, shalom. First and foremost, we give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Brother Chief Priest, Allah Zarvam Lawyer, aka the Good Hebrew. And we back with another Friday night class here. Friday the 13th. Ooh. White man is the devil. That's what we learned. Did we learn that? Everybody learned that today? That the white man is the devil? You did?
I learned it.
Okay, that sounds like you learned a valuable lesson today then. Okay. But yeah, we're gonna go into a couple things. Who knows who Harry Rosenberg is in the room? Who knows who good old Harry is? You, Captain Tazama knows. You know Harry. Do you know Harry? Dirty Harry? Little Harry. Now, Harry Rosenberg is the so-called Jewish man, the devil, that debated Brother Polite. Okay, Polite utilized some scriptures against him. It's pretty bad. So basically this devil, Harry Rosenberg, who is the devil that the Bible speaks of, who always will be the devil that the Bible speaks of, the so-called Jewish man, he has done some things, or he has invented, or he has got with some of the lower and baser men of the nation of Israel. Why do I say lower and baser men of the nation of Israel? Because of their very corrupt morals, okay, and the evil doctrine that they teach. He has linked up in unison with these individuals. Prior to this, of course, Harry Rosenberg made headlines, shook up a lot of people amongst the so-called Jewish community, which you would call Jewry. How did he do this? By saying that the black man in America are the true Jews of the Bible. In him saying that, of course, he didn't exclude himself and the Pale Khazar identity thieves, all right? He didn't exclude them, but it did include us. So in that, now he is taking this lower baser sellout nigga who calls himself Hoshua Amriel. He's taking him and they are propping him up as some form of damn antichrist false messiah in the land of Israel today. This is happening. I received word and confirmation of this information earlier this week. Earlier this week, I received confirmation about this, and it's truly disgusting. It's truly despicable. And some of our people are so desperate for attention and so desperate for money and so desperate for power that they will gladly jump in bed with the devil himself. And in this case, the synagogue of Satan, which the so-called Jewish man is, the chief house of the spiritual demon Satan. That's what it is. How is the Jewish man has stolen your identity? You know he's the goddamn devil, but you're going to allow him to fund an alleged temple project? What do y'all see about this? This is some of the craziest stuff I've ever heard of, and it's directly from the spiritual demon Satan. That's the only author of this madness, because it's total confusion. You see what I'm saying? This man is going around saying he is the successor of Yahweh being Yahweh, that he is the Messiah. This is this Hoshua Amriel guy. No, the guy that Harry Rosenberg has endorsed and is sponsoring to build this temple in Israel on the site of the old temple. Where is the old temple at in Israel today? Where is it? What is that place called? Tel Arad, they call it. Which is Jerusalem. But in the white man's fake make-believe Israel, that's not Jerusalem. They moved Jerusalem somewhere else. Tel Arad is the real Jerusalem, where the real temple is, where very few people ever go. Very few tourists ever go because they don't know. They go to Jerusalem, what they call Jerusalem, and they visit cathedrals that they allege Christ walked through these streets or whatever. When he wasn't even over there, he was somewhere else in Tel Arad. You see, people literally, they get sold this dream by the church, by the Roman Catholic Church. I remember this, a sister, so-called Haitian girl, Levitess, so-called girl from the tribe of Levi. She went over to Israel to take a Holy Land trip, of course. Being Haitian, she's a devout Catholic. So on Snapchat, she's in Israel, and she's just talking about how good it feels to be in Israel. And then she takes a picture at a cathedral with nothing but white images all over the place, talking about, yeah, Mary and Jesus, they were actually here. This was, oh no, it's the cathedral at the manger where Christ was born, allegedly. You know what that is? That's Disneyland for grown-ups. Are you telling me this manger still stands? Are you telling me that you can prove emphatically this was the manger that Hamashiach Yahushua was born in? You're out of your mind. And who are all these goddamn white people I see plastered on the face of this so-called cathedral? That's what goes on in Israel. That's what they say is Jerusalem. That's not Jerusalem. Jerusalem is in ruin, as the people of Jerusalem are in ruin. Synonymous, okay? That temple at Tel Arad is in ruin. They want to tear those ruins down and erect a new temple. And they're going to put this goddamn sellout, Antichrist Negro who calls himself Hoshua Amriel as the face of this new temple. Deliverer. He's the deliverer, apparently, according to him. But he's building a physical temple. You realize that? Was Yahushua building a physical temple? Who's does a physical temple belong to? Zanat. The physical temple, Levi. That's the answer. Of course, it belongs to Yahweh, of course, but Levi. This guy is a Judite. He's a nigga from Chicago with some dirty ass dreads. But you building a physical temple? What? What? How? How can that happen? You people, anybody who's following this is an idiot. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna show some pictures.
Furthermore,
Go ahead.
the heathens are gonna build the city, the kingdom. We're still gonna build that third temple.
See, but look, this is what they're gonna say, because Jewish, Ethiopian, and Eritreans are the ones that's funding this project. So they're going to use that to say, look, the heathens are building the temple.
But they're not supposed to, though. That's what I'm saying. They're supposed to build the kingdom, the actual city.
You see? Let me show you. Let me show you this absolute and utter madness that I was provided by the elder. As we can see, you see this? Hold on, then. Y'all see Harry Rosenberg with this dirty dread nigga? With this nasty nigga? Look at him. With all these white folks hugged up. Now watch this. Hold on. This is how they're built. Wait till, look, I want y'all, hopefully y'all can see this. Focus on this. Let me try to go to another one. Now we're going to show you, here's another one. With Harry Rosenberg. Now watch this. Here's what he says. It's called the Israelite Organization of Unity. That's his group. You. I, Noble Hoshua Amriel, all capitals, as a director and rabbi at Israelite Organization of Unity with Hebrew brothers from Arad and Dimona, Israel coming together with our Jewish, Ishmaelite, Ethiopian, and Eritrean brothers at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem as a rainbow coalition for peace. Mm-hmm.
You said Ishmael, Ethiopian, and Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
To come under Hebrew University.
Well, they're at the Hebrew University.
Ethiopians aren't Hebrew.
Period. Eritrean is not Hebrew.
Eritrean is not Hebrew. So are you now instructing them to leave their cultural heritage to come join up under us? Come on, man.
Look at this madness. This is madness. All right. So, but this is what Harry Rosenberg even tried to come into. This is what, and then, you know, he's pushing that DMT usage. He's came into our community to try to stifle the immense growth that we've had. Who remembers when I was trying to ask this devil questions on Talk with the Titans, and And I asked him the question, and he said he couldn't hear me, and I said, can you hear me? And he said no. You remember that? The devil, period, right? So but they're trying to build the temple. Now, I'm gonna show y'all something. The temple, the way it's, y'all keep this in mind. Damn, y'all can't really see it. I'm trying to get another picture. Y'all see this? This is not how the temple is supposed to look either. These guys are idiots, okay? We're gonna get into all that right now. So first and foremost, let me get a Jeremiah 7:4, please.
How beautiful is it that the Most High set it up and put it in the scripture. No hand joined in.
You have a rainbow coalition with all these nations. Meanwhile, these same people are oppressing your people globally. But you have a rainbow coalition.
Right.
What is that rainbow coalition doing for the Hebrew Israelites abroad? The ones that don't have the money to go to Tel Aviv and live like a hermit somewhere with all these, you got all these tents, a bunch of niggas from Chicago, tents and all kind of stuff out there. Living like God knows what, living like a damn Bedouin.
Everybody you're in a coalition with is doing better than you.
Is doing better than you. That's why they'll be in a coalition with you. Because they're doing better than you. Long as a nigga lose, the white man will come in and be cool with you. He knows you're going to lose at the end of the day. He knows you need his money, right? So go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 7:4.
Watch this. They acting like they're going to build the temple of God with Harry Rosenberg, the devil. Read.
It says, trust ye not in lying words.
Trust ye not in lying words. That's the first thing we need to know. Trust ye not in lying words. Read.
The temple of the Most High.
When they say the temple of the Most High. If anybody tells you they are constructing a physical temple of God, they're a goddamn liar. Don't listen to that. They're lying to you. Only temple that's being constructed right now is a spiritual temple, meaning the assembling of the 12 tribes of Israel, Black, Hispanic, and Indian. And we're going to prove it. Don't worry about it. We're going to, in case you got anything, we're going to go and show you in the Bible. And we're not just saying, no, yeah, the temple man, which we're going to get into because the construction is all wrong on that temple. It's not a man. It's a damn block. This nigga don't know. See, but it's not even his allotment to know that. You don't even play with the temple. That ain't even got nothing to do with you. This nigga done went to Israel from Chicago, got all the sand in the desert in his damn dreads, and it's apparently clogged his membranes. And this guy thinks he's the Messiah. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? Nigga is a damn joke. That's all he is. A joke. And I said something about him maybe a year or two ago once I first got wind of this nigga pushing this, that he's Yahweh, been Yahweh's successor and he's the Messiah and all that. But what happened is, he's still been doing his diabolical working in in Israel, and now he done got in bed with the devil Harry Rosenberg. The devil. Right? So go ahead. Start from the top.
Jeremiah 7:4. Trust ye not in lying words.
Trust ye not in lying words. Don't trust these liars, man. Read.
Saying the temple of the Most High.
They say the temple of the Most High. He acting like he getting ready to build the temple. He ain't getting ready to build the temple. He's a liar. Read.
The temple of the Most High. The temple of the Most High.
And if he does build it, it's not the temple of God. It's a defamed, idolatrous, satanic temple funded by the white man. That was it on that? Let's go. They're going places. He's the Messiah. So the Messiah is supposed to do all this. You see what I'm saying? So he's saying all the messianic prophecies is talking about him. Yeah, Exodus 25:9. On the pattern, on the way they're constructing this. Anybody could go to this clown fool's Facebook page and take a look at his temple plans, okay? And then you could go into the Bible and compare his temple plans to that which is found in Torah and see if they line up. Go ahead.
This is Exodus 25:9.
Uh-huh.
According to all that I show thee,
Uh-huh.
after the pattern of the tabernacle.
There is a pattern. He's made something up. It looks like some type of new modern high school that they constructed. Not the temple of the Most High. Read.
It's a lot. It says, after the pattern of the tabernacle, and after the pattern of all the instruments thereof, even so shall ye make it.
There you go, right? You're supposed to do in a specific pattern, and it's supposed to look like a man with 2 arms, 2 hands with 5 fingers each, 2 legs, feet, a head, a torso. All of that is the temple. That's the temple man. It's there as an esoteric symbol, right? These dudes got some type of, like, it's just like they broke ground on a school. So they are violating Torah in every way. Let's go to Zechariah 5:11. Let's prove that the temple that's being constructed is not going to be constructed in Israel, and it's not a physical building. Let's prove that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahusha.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 5, verse 11. And he said unto me.
He said unto me, the angel said to the prophet Zechariah, read.
To build it in house.
He said to build it. What's the it? Israel. Read.
It says to build it in house in the land of Shinar.
In the land of what?
Shinar.
Babylon. Modern day Babylon is where the temple of God or the house of the Most High Yahweh is being built. Here, we are waking up off these street corners.
Yeah, and you can't say it was ancient because
this is after.
And Joshua left Babylon to go finish that temple in our own land.
And finished it.
Right, and with the consent from Darius or Cyrus, I believe.
That's right. That's right.
You can't say ancient.
So it's not, and this is happening afterwards, and this is prophecy. Zechariah is after Babylon. So this ain't got nothing to do with that. We are getting a house built for us in the land of Shinar.
Yeah, right.
This is the land of Shinar that we're in right now. This is modern day Babylon, and this is where the house of Yahweh will be built.
Yeah, and you know what? That's a good segue into what we're going to, proving to you that majority of the Israelites are over here, and the Lord is dealing with the Israelites in the Americas.
That's right.
Babylon,
that's right.
Period.
He ain't dealing with nobody else.
Why the house ain't being built in West Africa?
Yeah. Where's the house in Ghana? Benin, Togo. They got they worshiping Caesar Borgia more in Africa than they doing in America. Are you kidding me? We got to tell that this West African, we telling him last week at camp about being an Israelite. You see what I'm saying? He ain't telling us. He's not on the street corner. He plays drums for Akon.
God.
We teach the Bible. You understand what I'm saying? Lord is not dealing with them. Not on that level. They're a remnant that's left somewhere. The Jerusalem as a people is here in the Americas. Period. That's it. This is where we at. So go ahead.
It says, and it shall be established and set there upon
it
her
shall
own base.
Be established. The temple of God is going to be established here in America. Not a physical building. A collective. That's the elect, the 144,000. Right? Will be established and then put on its own base, meaning exalted. That's our deliverance, and that's our rulership over the whole earth. But the construction of the house is in the land of Shinar, not in Israel. So you're going to play your little games if you want to, and you can fool whatever idiots you want to fool pursuant to Ezekiel 14. The Lord deceived that prophet, and the Lord deceived his followers and chose their delusion. Anybody that's dumb enough to follow him. But if you follow this Bible, you'll clearly see that the temple of the Most High is being built in America, and it's spiritual, it's not physical. Period. Give me the book of 1 Corinthians 3:16.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16. It says, know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High?
We are the temple of the Most High Yahweh. We are. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We are the temple of the Most High, Yahweh. Go ahead.
And that the Spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you.
And the Spirit is in us, right? But we are the temple that's being built here in the land of Shinar. There's no prophecy of some dirty dreadhead nigga coming along and building the temple for the Most High. That ain't in the Bible. That's it on that.
You want me to go 17?
No, that's it. That's it on that. Now give me Salaki, give me 1 Peter 2 and 5. Khan, that's right. Yahweh Shai is the cornerstone and the elect is the foundation of the temple of the Most High. Period. It ain't about no building. You thinking way too carnal if you think you gotta have a building right now. As in, not saying there's something wrong against a building like a classroom. We in a classroom right now, but I'm talking about a physical temple. Y'all dudes ain't even qualified to build a physical temple. You see what I'm saying? Niggas wicked as hell. You gonna build a temple in Israel when Israel got damn faggots and pigs and all that running around it?
Huh.
This is crazy, man. Go ahead,
This is 1 Peter 2 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
Ye also, as lively stones, are built up a spiritual house and holy priesthood.
Man, wait, who is this nigga? Who is this nigga, man? This nigga Omari?
What is that?
This nigga talking about he's the Messiah in the chat, I think. Good Lord, Salaki. Go ahead. Check this nigga, man.
This is 1 Peter 2 and 5.
Go ahead.
Ye also, as lively stones,
we the lively stones. Read.
Are built up a spiritual house.
So we are the lively stones, and we are built up a spiritual house. Not literal stones, not wood, none of that. We figuratively represent the stones and the wood that fitly are framed together to construct the temple here in the land of Shinar, pursuant to Zechariah 5 and 11. Not what this guy is doing. What he's doing is totally out of sync with prophecy. Okay? But see, he don't believe in Yahweh Shai. The belief in Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. He believes he is Yahweh Shai. And that's all. We believe in Yahweh Shai, so we have the spirit of prophecy, meaning we have been given and we have been supped with by Abanawa Yahweh, by Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shai, on these prophecies, so we understand these prophecies. We can break down these prophecies. They weren't given that because they have not accepted who the world calls Christ as their Messiah. They ain't accepted. They're trying to be the Messiah. And that's wicked and that's off. And that fake temple that you're trying to build is not going to save any damn body. It's just going to get more black people killed. That's it. That's all it's going to do. Right? So let's go to Salakia, let's go to who? Oh, okay. All right.
I'd love to see the Arabs bomb that. If it do happen, I'd love to see the Arabs.
Yeah, I would too. I can't wait. They better. Give me Matthew 24 and 4-8. This guy, Hoshua Amriel, is disgusting. Just disgusting. Just like that coon Zion Lex, who got in bed with her. And any nigga that want to get in bed with the devil, you're a disgusting coon, period.
Done.
That's all you are. That's all you ever will be. When you want to put something that has to do with our spiritual system and the Torah that the Most High God gave to us exclusively, and you want to bring the white man into it, you're disgusting. So knock out
I was telling my mom, I said, laying down with the white man was like a little bestiality.
well, this brother's on to something. This brother is really on to something. Man. You had a point,
No.
Okay, all right. All right, go ahead, man.
This
brother,
is
you gonna
Matthew.
be all right. You gonna be all right.
It's Matthew 24 and 4. And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name.
Yahweh Shai said, take heed. Okay? Pay attention, Yahweh Shai told you. Let no man come and deceive you. Many will say, what?
Saying, I am Christ.
This guy saying he's the Messiah. Yahweh Shai warned us about these dirty, dreadhead Negroes, man. Running around talking about they the Messiah. It's some new doctrine out. King David is a woman. Y'all heard that?
That woman scoffing.
Remember years ago when we heard King David was an Ephraimite? Let me tell you something. A brother sent me a 10-point list. I said, Hakai, you got that list I sent you?
Yeah.
Brother sent me a 10-point list. This is what's on my timeline. King David was a woman. The Most High is a woman. You can't ejaculate in your wife. I'm talking about, you know, just all the madness that came out in Israel in 2017.
So he was a lesbian too. He was a lesbian woman.
He's a woman.
He's just a woman.
He's a woman.
He was a lesbian. He had multiple wives.
Yeah.
So he laid down with women
it's okay.
as a woman.
It's okay if you're a woman. It says a man lie with mankind. That's fake. Greek. Paul's a liar. Paul's not real. You see how sick it is, how sick people are? This is the type of sickness we got to deal with in 2000. The Most High is going to kill a lot of people. He's going to kill a lot of people, and he's going to spare a lot of people too. Right? But go ahead.
And it says, and shall deceive many.
And shall deceive many. People are going to be tricked by this. People are going to be duped. People are going to follow this idiot. People are going to go to this fake temple if it ever gets built. Read.
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Ain't that what we're hearing about? Syria is saying that Israel just bombarded their airport with bombs. We're hearing about wars. We're hearing about rumors of wars. We're seeing false messiahs. Yahweh Shai told us about these exact days that we live in right now. Go ahead.
See that ye be not troubled.
Don't be troubled. We're not troubled. We wake up and we're not troubled. People think we're crazy because we want it to happen, man. We want it to happen. We want this stuff to kick up because we know what it means. We know it means our salvation draws nearer and nearer. So it's so important to us for our people to stop suffering and us to be able to serve the Most High without fear and with fervence and perfectly, without blemish. So we hope every day that we get to see these headlines. Well, these headlines are coming. Read.
For all these things must come to pass.
All these things, Yahweh Shai said, all these things must come to pass. Read.
But the end is not yet.
So we know that the end is not yet, but it is coming, right? Read.
For nation shall rise against nation.
Nation, national wars, world wars, racial wars. Read.
And kingdom against kingdom.
Read on.
And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places.
All these things are happening in our world today. Read.
All these are the beginning of sorrow.
And this is what's called the beginning of sorrows. These are the times we living in. The beginning of sorrows time. We seeing the rumors of wars. We seeing the false Christ. We seeing all that. That's the rumors of wars that we dealing with right now. Give me Numbers 1 and 51. We seeing wars and rumors of wars. And we seeing Hoshua and Amriel's. And we seeing Rabbi Rosenberg's. And we seeing everybody in their mother trying to come against the work of the Most High God. Shalom. Everybody in their mama is trying to come against the work of the Most High God. Everybody. Trying to destroy the foundation that was built and founded by the Most High through men like Abba Bivens, man. People want to destroy the true foundation. And it's disgusting. You got all these people on the damn internet, on Facebook, talking about Camp Israelite this, Camp Israelite that. Number one, last time I checked, a camp was in the Bible. What the hell is what you're doing in the Bible? Where the hell is your Christian study group or your non-Messianic Jewish rhetoric study group in the Bible? Can you show it to me? No, you can't. It doesn't exist. We're going to really ride on y'all tonight. We're going to ride on these guys who's quote unquote anti-camp.
Remember, this one dude said Matthew 6 and 5 is talking about camps.
Let me tell you something. You know what that guy is? Who can tell me what that guy is? Two words I'm looking for. One or two is good. Well, that's correct. He's a pussy and a coward. Yeah, he's soft. He said he's talking about Ken because he sees brothers on the corner fearlessly talking about the white man. He wouldn't dream of doing that. He's a coon. He wouldn't dream of coming against white supremacy in his face with great boldness. He wouldn't dream of it. He wouldn't dream of telling his boss he couldn't come into work. He just can't. In his mind, it just doesn't register to him.
They do, but the first thing to do was Deuteronomy 23:7. Remember, I showed the cap this last night. The fucking Shiloh dude, the one that's saying we got a demonic symbol.
The shield is the star Molech. The star Molech. I know.
And the wings is the sun disk.
Oh, that nigga. This nigga who we don't even know. And then I respond to this clown on the Facebook, and he don't even respond to nothing I'm putting. I'm putting the Bible verses that go with each and every aspect of what you see. I'm showing archaeology. Does he respond to any of the archaeology or scripture? Of course not, because he's scared. He's scared of archaeology. He's scared of archaeology. He's scared of the records left by our ancestors, man. All right? He's scared of it. He's scared of the truth. He's a Christian. He absolutely, positively bows to the white man in everything that he does. All right, probably got a white porcelain idol in his mind. Still,
the dude calls the Most High higher and says
that's why
it says the Most High's name is Satan.
These guys are absolute clowns. The Gathering of Christ Church. Who's heard of Gathering of Christ Church? You heard GOCC? Gathering of Christ Church has done the work of Satan amongst the Israelite community. Done the work of Satan. Yeah, but they have to, and this is what me and this brother was talking about. People always say, all these other non-One West groups, you know what they say? Your elders sold out. And I mean, this brother made a tremendous post and I shared it. Some of them did. But there's a reason why they were approached and those other people's elders weren't never approached. Because what y'all was teaching was not, was not a threat. It was not the truth. They're like, oh, these niggas is in the Black Judaism. That's cool. Or these niggas are, you know, Black Christians that know they're Israelites. That's all right. You know, they still love white people. But these niggas that every time somebody gets off the plane in the most traveled to place in the world, Manhattan, and are getting blazed and cursed out, and scripture after scripture is coming out, we got to do something about those guys.
God,
this is where you get the Gathering of Christ Church from. You see what I'm saying? That's where you get it from, period. Give me that. There's a scripture I'm looking for. There's a scripture I'm looking for real quick. Yeah, give me Numbers 1:51, and then we'll go to that.
This is Numbers 1:51.
It's a Harry Rosenberg who you trying to let in your temple, you false messiah. Go ahead.
And when the tabernacle setteth forward, the Levites shall take it down.
Read on.
And when the tabernacle is to be pitched, the Levites shall set it up.
Read on.
And the stranger that cometh nigh shall be put to death.
The stranger. Harry Rosenberg is a dirty, filthy stranger in the highest degree. He should be put to death coming near the temple, who you would probably invite in with open arms. Damn cool.
Right.
Give me Luke 14. 14, I want you to start. So let's go to 14 and read 16. And read to 24. We're going to read about the scripture about One West in the Bible. Yahweh Shai prophesying about it in the Gospels. All right, go ahead.
This is Luke 14 and 16. Then said he unto him,
Yahushua said, what?
a certain man made a great supper.
A certain man made a great supper, right? Go ahead.
And bade many.
And bade many. Yahushua made that great supper and bade many. He went around Israel and called all people to repentance. Read.
And sent his servant at supper time.
And he sent his servant. His servant's name is what? Who knows who the servant is in this parable? Deacon.
I'm slow. Say it again.
Who is the servant in this parable?
Which one?
Yahushua sent a servant out.
It's the man of the Lord.
Great answer.
This brother, great, tremendous answer. Start back from the top. This brother was on a damn comment board. It's okay. Go ahead.
Luke 14 and 16.
Uh-huh.
Then said he unto him, a certain man made a great supper.
Yahushua made a great supper. Read.
And bade many.
And bade many when he was on the scene. Read.
And sent his servant at supper time.
And sent his servant at supper time. Right. This is talking about Abba Bivens in this day and age. At supper time. Read on.
To say to them that were bidden.
To the bidden. These are the commandment keepers in these different black Jewish groups. Read.
Come, for all things are now ready.
It's time. It's time now for us to be free. It is time, Lord, from these chains break me. Read.
And they all with one consent began to make
and they all with one consent stayed in black Judaism or some type of black Hebrew Christianity. Get all kind of and loving the devil, mostly. Anything that just has to do with loving and embracing the white man, they did. Right? So what happened? Read. Yahushua is giving you a parabolic prophecy about the times that you live in right now. So when you see these people talk about the One West groups and all of this badness that they talk, it's because they're not in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? It's something called jealousy that black and Hispanic people suffer from horribly. It's just being disgustingly jealous and envious of people who get more popularity than you, who get more reverence than you and things like that. This is the evil eye that many of us were cursed with in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, Terrell. Luke 14, what do we start at? 16?
16 to 24.
Reading down to 24, right? So go ahead.
It says, Salon. It says, the first said unto him, I have bought a piece of ground, and I must need.
They had so many excuses. These people who were called, who were there, they had excuses. Read. Says, did these people teach Abba Bivens that he was an Israelite? The commandment keepers? Did they teach him that? No. He knew, he learned from a slave in the South he was an Israelite. On his way up to New York, got on an Indian reservation and said, these are Israelites. Then went to New York and saw something that looked like the information that he had already found out and got with them, but then he realized, wait a minute, this ain't it. So he came to him about the New Testament, about certain facts, about the Northern Kingdom, and they made excuses. They want to remain in black Judaism under the rabbinical covenants of the so-called white, right? So read, or Yah.
So it was Abba Bivens that created the 12 tribes, right?
No, Ariyah, but he knew, Abba Bivens knew blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians were the Israelites. Ariyah, then that's what we're supposed to do every generation. We have to build upon what our elders have done in the past. So he came and said, okay, through the Spirit, the Lord gave him the understanding to say which tribe was what, and go into Genesis 49. And once you have the understanding of, okay, out of this group of people, you know, these are the people who fit the curses, now I can start pinpoint. It's for these guys who say, you know, we don't know who the 12 tribes are.
Well,
it's easy. Yeah, exactly. After this, we're going to get that. Go ahead.
It says, I have bought a piece of ground, and I must needs go and see it.
Read on.
I pray thee have me excused.
No, let me be excused from this. Whatever the hell you got going on. I want to continue to be in some rabbinical BS. Read.
And another said, I have bought 5 yoke of oxen, and I go to prove them.
Just a nigga, just full of excuses. All right. Read.
I pray thee have me excused. And another said, I have married a wife, and therefore I cannot come.
A nigga favorite thing. Well, I married a woman. I got this girl, man. So I gotta get this $70 to my girl, dog. So I can't make it. Right? Go ahead.
So that servant came and showed his Lord these things.
So Abba, he's going and sitting thinking to himself, man, I'm trying to get these dudes on the right track, but they want to stay in Black Judaism. So the Most High put a spirit on them. Read.
Then the master of the house, being angry, said to his servant, go out quickly into the street.
Leave those niggas in the synagogue or the congregation of the dead that you found and go into the streets of Harlem, New York. Read.
And lanes of the city,
and
bring in hither the poor.
You bring them poor niggas in. Read.
And the main.
And the main niggas in. Read.
And the halt.
And the halt. They can't walk. Read.
And the blind.
You just bring all those sick and plagued Black Hispanics and Native Indians. You call them into a new church that you're going to build. A new house that you're going to build on 1 West 125th Street, the original ISUPK. That's what that's talking about. 1969. Going into Revelations, which we're going to go to next. 1969 is what's being talked about right here. And that's why they hate 1 West so much, because they can't fit their group into this. They just can't do it. Go ahead.
And the servant said, Lord, it is done as thou hast commanded.
Abba said, Lord, it is done how it was commanded. Read.
And yet there is room.
And there's more room. So there was more preaching that needed to be done. This is going into the REIs and the Yaquabs and the Yeshayas, the 80s into the early 90s.
The Lahabs.
Lahab too. Don't forget Lahab, right? This is going into the 90s. It's more preaching that's got to be done. Read.
And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways.
Keep going out. So the more servants and more servants and more servants go out to the highways and teach. All the way up into now in 2016 to 2017, so-called, where we out on the streets doing the same thing, following in the footsteps and following the commandments that the Most High gave us through Yahushua. Read.
And hedges, and compel them to come in.
And compel. That's what we're supposed to do. Go to the streets and compel our people to come in. That's what Abba Bivens did. That's the trail that he blazed, and that's what is in the Bible to do, which none of these other groups did. They got their whole style of street teaching from the Israelites. There's never been anybody who's done that. Do the Muslims street teach? No, they street hustle, newspapers, and bean pies. Abba Bivens get up on a ladder and cut everybody that walked by. You see what I'm saying? Pass that down to the REIs and the Shards and the Yaquabs and the MASHARAHs. And they did the same thing. Like we and this brother was just talking about it. Before REI sold out, he used to be able to go into that damn history museum, call the historians up to the exhibits, and blow their damn minds. These are the people who get paid millions of dollars to collect these exhibits and put them together and write dissertations upon them and run tours and tell people about things, blah, blah, blah. Put them to shame. You see what I'm saying? Go into the museum, go into your college. You see what I'm saying? All of that.
It's crazy that
Abba Bivens never had to deal with that. Abba Bivens was never around any of that because Abba Bivens was killed by the Muslims. Muslims killed Abba Bivens in the streets preaching the word of God. Killed him. Dead. You see that? That's what happened. That's what happens when you follow the Most High. People hate you. They killed Zechariah, the prophet Zechariah. In the temple, they killed Zechariah. You see what I'm saying? So this happens. They murdered the prophets, and the Most High don't take that lightly. Nation of Islam got a very special judgment coming to him for that.
That's right.
Okay? Trust and believe you me. Right? Yahweh.
I looked up that word compel in the blue letter. And, I was going to with this one brother dealing with, having camp or teaching in the streets. It's not biblical. He's telling us how we threaten people and curse people out. But that word compel means to threaten. We are threatening you. You don't come into the truth, you're going to die.
That's right.
That's a threat, and that's a promise. That's gonna happen.
Brothers breaking it down. You see what I'm saying? These guys are just such hoes. Some of these same guys will stand on the street corner and sell drugs, though.
God.
That's not an issue to sell dope on the corner, but to just hate white people on the corner, that's just wrong. To tell the black woman to cover up her cleavage, you guys are evil. You're evil.
You see my what I said on Snapchat last night. I said you got one of them homies that's just extra gangster, right? You can tell he knew the social media about the stuff he'd be like reposting and shit on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? At least 3-4 times a day, he posting some deformed kid trying to get a prayer and an amen for him. Yet in between all of those posts, he's like, I don't give a damn, homie. I bang brams. That's it. Hey,
That's right.
But if you don't like my post right now and share it and say amen, type amen, you ain't got a heart.
You ain't got a heart.
You ain't got a heart.
You don't have a heart, man. I got a heart, man.
Yeah.
You ain't got no heart.
Shoot another black man.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Right.
Right? Our people are sick in their damn mind. That's the issue with our people. You're sick in their mind. You know, go ahead on that.
It says, and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. For I say unto you, that none of those men which were bidden shall taste of my supper.
Okay, none of them men that was bidden initially shall taste of that supper, which are those guys who had all those excuses, which are those guys that's caught up in Black Judaism. They shall not taste of that supper, meaning they shall not be saved from the destruction of America. But the guys that came out of One West, not all of them, mind you, not ones that sold out and was wicked as hell, but the bulk of them brothers that it's fruit of that doctrine, that's who's going to be saved. Period, because that's have the most sound understanding of the Bible front to back. Period. Right? You got something out?
No, that word compel.
Oh yeah, it says, what does it say?
To
Necessitate, compel, drive to, constrain, by force, threats. You see that?
In the treaties by other means.
Get these guys into this marriage.
God.
Beat their ass into the marriage. You see what I'm saying? If you care about him,
That's right.
knock him upside his head, put a gun to his head. Come to class, nigga.
Now.
Learn. All right, I'm coming. You see what I'm saying? That's what we got to do. Period. I don't care how nobody feel about it.
That's right.
You and your soft group, a nigga don't even want, you know what I'm saying? Nigga don't even want to hear nothing about that with your soft group. Brother hit me up on the comment board the other day. I don't even remember this brother, but all praise to the Most High. He says, brother, I seen you in county jail. You told me I was an Israelite. Now I believe. I was in county jail 4 years ago. You see what I'm saying?
Right. So
you see if somebody is in county jail, it's not going to take root in him, this soft doctrine like that. He doesn't relate to this being soft. You see what I'm saying? Not unless he was soft the whole time. And he's looking for a reason and an excuse to be soft. You see what I'm saying? If you wasn't, it's the only way, if you hard, the only thing that's going to stop you from that or the only thing that's going to be appealing to you is something that is equally as hard, if not harder, which is what the truth is. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
keep going.
That was 24. That was 24. Let's go to, what is that, Revelations 11. Let's go to Revelation 11, then we're going to do Ezekiel.
What's up?
Revelations 11, what is that? 9?
And they have the people in kindred.
What about 10?
They that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them.
Let me see. I think it's about 10 or 11. You said what? The 3.5 days. 8. Salakia. Boom. Yeah, there we go. You said 8, you sure? No, that ain't 8. No, 11. Hold on. Boom, 11 and 11, I said. This is the prophecy of One West. We're going to show you. Go ahead.
This is Revelation 11 and 11.
Uh-huh.
And after 3 days and half, the spirit of
3
life.
days and a half. Right? Matter of fact, what's that scripture? About the day for 100 years? Get that from me, because they're going to say, how do you know? How do you know? I know. I know you can't go into the Bible and prove you're a whole ass congregation, whatever you call it, congregation of the dead. We're gonna call it the COD, right? I know you can't do it, okay? But you know, the Most High actually talks about where we come from in the Bible. All right, whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not, whether you accept it or not, it's plainly there to see. All right, and I'm not just talking about the SICARRI camp here. If I was just talking about the SICARRI camp, you'd be able to call my bluff. I'd be full of it. I'm talking about a populace of camps. Some we don't get along with, some we do get along with, who all come from all stem from the root of 1 West 125th Street, 1969. Period. You see what I'm saying? Which is probably 100 camps that came out of that, right? Yeah, but that's a day for a year. I'm talking about there's one that say it say the 100 and the 1,000. Remember that one? We used it on the when we went to the Ezekiel 4 breakdown. It's like right. I want to say it is in numbers. Nah, not that. Yeah, like something like that. So like, it's like right. So, yeah, I ain't got it on 14 to 34.
The book of Numbers, chapter 14, verse 34. After the number of the days in which ye search the land, even 40 days, each day for a year, shall ye bear your iniquities, even 40 years, and ye shall know my breach of promise.
So we have prophetic days and numbers and years, 1,260 days, 3.5 days, 350 days. You see what I'm saying? That all equals 3.5, or I mean, all equals 350 years. Okay, when you do your math, right? So let's go back into that in Revelations 11:11. We all know math here. I hope we can all add and count and divide. This is how the mysteries are encoded, the prophecies are encoded. It gives us the key to decode it within Scripture, right? So go ahead.
This is Revelation 11:11.
And
after 3 days,
and after 3.5 days, 350 years, the tribe of Judah began to be getting imported into America in 1969. This is the city that's spiritually called Sodom in Egypt. That's America. 1619 rather. Did this importation of slaves start in Jamestown, the tribe of Judah. In 1969, 350 years later, this is when the dead bodies rose up. The prophets begin to rise up. The foundation of the One West. Okay, go ahead.
Says the spirit of life from Yahweh.
That's right.
Entered into them.
Entered into them, one of them being Abba Bivens. Go ahead.
They stood upon their feet. And great fear fell upon them.
And great fear fell upon them. When they saw these men in the streets, they knew it was over. Around this time is when what movie came out around this time? What movie series came out around this time that expressed the fear of the white man of this? Not Star Wars. Planet of the Apes. 1960s is when it was all getting ready to happen, man. They started doing this before Abba hit the streets. I want to say it started coming out like 63, 64, even before. And the producers of Planet of the Apes said straight up that the Watts riots had everything to do with the inspiration of the Planet of the Apes. The fear of a so-called black planet, Israelite planet. They knew what was getting ready to happen. You see what I'm saying? They knew it. So go ahead. Or that's it on that.
It says, and great fear fell upon them.
The white man is terrified, and he makes movies about it. Right? So let's go to Ezekiel. 37. Give me that to make the stick. You see it? Well, yeah, like 22, right? 21, 22.
Lord came to me again, 25.
32 and 25.
37, 22.
37. I called for 32. I'm at 37. So like,
Chapter 37.
Like the stick.
boom. Go ahead. 21, 22, 25. Spirit of the Lord.
In 37, it's not 21.
Actually, it's 36.
36.
No, it's 37. It's 37. It's 37. Let me see. It's like,
Nah, it's 36.
it's 15. It's 15. Yeah, start at 15.
15?
Yeah, kind of. We just get too late. It's all right.
This is Ezekiel 37 and 15.
Uh-huh.
The word of the Most High came again unto me,
The
saying,
Most High commanded this prophet to do what?
Moreover, thou son of man,
Uh-huh.
take thee one stick.
Take you a plank. When you look up that word stick in the Hebrew, it's plank. Read.
And write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel, his
Right
companions.
upon it for Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Judah, the African American. Benjamin, the West Indian Negro. Levi, the Haitian. That's what you see up there. This is also prophecy that these people reject, but we follow. Read.
Then take another stick.
Take a different plank. And what do we do with that plank?
And write upon it for Joseph,
Joseph, the Puerto Rican. Read.
the stick of Ephraim,
Uh-huh.
and for all the house of Israel, his companions.
Uh-huh. And for the Latino and Native Indian tribe. Write two planks. Write those on the planks. Read. The Mormons say this is about the Book of Mormon. That's the stick of Joseph. The white man is again the devil. Go ahead.
And join them one to another.
And put them the planks together into one stick, which is why we have one sign. Read.
Into one stick.
Uh-huh.
And they shall become one in thine hand.
They shall become one. Read on.
And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee,
when they come by and say, what's that? Read.
Saying, wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by
what
these?
What does this mean? Every week we see this at camp. These people don't see it. They don't understand the importance. They don't bear witness to this prophecy. Why? Because they don't do it. They're too afraid to do it, right? They're too afraid to introduce this new and dangerous doctrine that black people are God's chosen. They're afraid of it. They embrace it to a degree, but they are terrified of it because they're terrified of what the white man will do to them if he gets wind of what they're doing. Go ahead.
Say unto them, thus saith the Most High Power, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand.
So, like, you read that again?
Verse 19, say unto them, thus saith the Most High Power, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah.
Meaning the Lord is going to reunify the tribes. So when we have that sign out there, it's really symbolic of Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian coming together once again. Right? Read on.
And make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand. And the sticks whereon thou writest.
Where's their stick? They say they don't know who the tribes are. Everybody's scattered. We don't know. They're in Africa. You ain't got no stick, huh? Read.
Shall be in thine hand before their eyes.
But everybody's supposed to see us with that sign out there. It shall be in our hand, as it was the prophet Ezekiel, Kazakala in the Hebrew. It shall be before everybody's eyes. They missed that because the Lord wasn't dealing with the elders. That's it on that?
That's not true.
That's on 20. All right. Somebody y'all deal with the some questions real quick. I just gotta run outside real quick. So deal with some questions real quick, and I'll come back. I'll do my second part, then we get into the deacon's dissertation.
It's not really too many questions in here right now. Shalom, shalom. I'll say, yeah, man, anybody got any questions, just put it in the chat room right now. We're gonna take a couple while the brother has departed. Shalom to the brother I Rodriguez. Shalom, hey, I'm getting flooded with shalom. Shalom on all the Akim, man, that's coming in this truth with sincerity. All right, coming in the true name. Shalom to all my brothers. The brother Quentin, he said, how can I get to a camp? I'm in Alabama. I'm going to leave that for the chief priest of the SICARRI. I have no idea of any camps in Alabama, but I mean, I'm sure the brother knows of something in your area. Shalom to the brother Bazak. Yeah, I know the brother can try to direct you to some brothers out there. We know it's at some camps out there, so I'm not sure. Oh man, I want somebody to go get my lawn, but I'm on sort. I'm out of car. I don't know. I'm gonna address something that I've been dealing with during the week. Do we still under mercy if we are? What does that mean? I think you mean grace. Are we still under grace? Yes, we're still under grace. And being under grace just means you have an opportunity to repent for your sins before who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, real name Yahweh Shai, returns, and still have a chance at the salvation of being, alleviated or being saved and redeemed from the destruction that's coming to this place. So that's pretty much the grace. Whereas, before in the ancient times, you would transgression, it would be an ultimate, or it would be an immediate punishment put upon you. So a lot of us, we come out of the world. You getting something? I was about to say, yeah, a lot of times we come out of the world, we dope dealers, that's dealing with sorcery. That's something worthy of death. You know what I'm saying? Brothers be committing all types of adultery, and fornication, which a lot of the fornications is worthy of death. Some brothers, not all, but, we come from a past of gang banging or, just being in the world, you know what I'm saying? You might have had to kill somebody or whatever. That's, you should be put to death for that. Something else worthy of death. Hey, some of the women, the brother just said prostituting your daughter, pandering, or you whoring yourself out. You know what I'm saying? Again, it was just going into an adultery, especially for the women. When you're dealing with multiple men, again, that's something worthy of death. So the grace period is for you to have a chance to repent for some of the things that you've done, that you should be put to death for. Anything else, dealing with the transgression, like, if you transgress against your brother, if you steal from your brother, you know what I'm saying, and you brought up on charges, then as the scriptures say, you have the ability to repay your brother with the 5th part, all right, which is 20%. You have the means to do that, whether you set up some sort of plan or whatever to mend that issue with your brother according to the law, according to the scripture. So you have an opportunity to do things like that. But as far as, of course, I almost forgot, homosexuality, all right? Sacrificing, you know what I'm saying, to idols, to other gods, worshiping other gods as well. Again, these are all the things we was doing coming out of the world when we come into this truth. So again, when you're doing those things worthy of death, you have an opportunity to repent from it, come back into the truth, transform or renew your mind, as the scriptures speak about, all right, under Christ, and be repentant. Like the brother just said, that doesn't mean willful sin. Get that in Hebrews? Yeah, I want in Hebrews 10 and 26. So it doesn't give you a pass to just be out transgression all willy-nilly, because again, we are still under the law, statutes, and commandments. The law is still in full effect. So right. You can't just be going out transgressing. Again, if you fall into a situation, a demon hop on you, again, Lord forbid, but you steal from your brother, again, that's something that can be handled according to the scriptures that you're able to do. If we see a homosexual walking down the street, you could take him out, but you know what I'm saying? The system that we living in and the society and the captivity we under, and we under the so-called white man that allows it and promotes it, you're gonna have It's going to be a manhunt for you. So, you know, we don't encourage brothers to go out and do that. We're going to leave that up to the Most High when he sends his son to execute the judgment on this place. And, you know, the time we living in right now, instead of focusing on executing penalties worthy of death, we need to be out here trying to wake up our people. Okay. Somebody said it. You got it? Bring that out in Hebrews.
This is Hebrews 10:26. For if we sin willfully after that we have received the knowledge of the truth.
Once you have received the knowledge of the truth, hold that. Give me Psalms 119, 142. Just so we can understand, for all the brothers and sisters that's out there that's listening, that tune into us, that may not know what the truth is when they're speaking about the truth. Once you've gotten the knowledge of the truth, all right, go ahead.
This is Psalms 119, verse 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness.
The righteousness of the Most High God is everlasting. Okay, go ahead.
And thy law is the truth.
And thy law is the truth. And when you go into the scriptures, the actual verse, chapter and verse is escaping me, but the scriptures speak about how we establish our righteousness, which is with the law. So his righteousness is everlasting, and his law is the truth. So it says you cannot sin willfully after you have received knowledge of the truth. Once you get the knowledge of this law, you are now held accountable to uphold this law and abide by it. Okay? Go ahead.
This is 2nd Esdras 15:24. It says, woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith Yahweh.
Woe unto them that sin and keep not the commandments, saith the Most High God Yahweh. So again, it's just going into, you know, if you get away with it, like again, Lord forbid, demon hop on you. Some more meat on it. I got you, but I'm gonna break that down. Lord forbid, a demon hop on you, you steal from your brother, or you transgress to do any type of transgression from your brother or on your brother. You have an opportunity to repent. If you get away with it, you don't repent, and you want to perpetuate and keep, you know, that type of behavior up, the Most High is going to deal with you. He sees all, he knows all, he hears all. And, you know, those are the type of people that's going to be caught up into the destruction, mainly here in America. If it's happening outside of it, then again, when we going into, you know, things like Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, where it speaks about the mark of righteousness that are going to be set upon the foreheads of the men that, you know, going out sighing and crying for the abominations, and that, you know, have an issue with what's going on and want to turn from their transgressions, you're not going to get that mark. You're going to have that mark of a 2/3, and the Most High is going to handle you. All right. More than likely by death.
It's, verse 25, it says, I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power, defile not my sanctuary.
And there it goes right there. He's not going to spare you. So you're going to be punished by death. The Most High is going to take you out. Okay. And as we always say, you know, you're going to be reincarnated through the loins of the elect in the kingdom, and you're going to wake up to everlasting shame and contempt. You're going to understand the transgressions that you was doing wasn't beneficial for the nation. It wasn't loving your brother, and it was actually contributing to the downfall of our people. So these are the things we got to, you know, steer away from when we in this land, and not going into things that's detrimental. Some more? Go ahead.
Verse 26. For Yahweh knoweth all them that sin against him.
He knoweth all. Read.
And therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction.
And there you have it. Everything I just pretty much broke down was in that scripture. Go back to Hebrews.
Hebrews 10:26. For if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth.
After you receive the knowledge of the truth, after you understand and know that we need to keep this law, we understand why we went into captivity for breaking the law. When you understand all of these things, all right, and understand again, the laws of the Most High God is in full effect, then you have no more what? There remaineth no more what? Go back, finish it.
It's a lot. There remaineth no more sacrifice for sins.
Then the fact that Yahweh Shai went up on a cross and died for you does not apply anymore. You're asking the Most High, you're asking Yahweh Shai to go back up onto the cross to die for your sins all over again. For you just spit in his face and disregard his sacrifice and what, you know, him putting his life on the line for you, you're going to go and deliberately sin against him is the issue. All right. There remained no more sacrifice for sins. That sacrifice Yahweh Shai made does not apply to you anymore. Okay, thus saith the scriptures. You got anything else? The brother just asked a question about, get Deuteronomy 28 and 23.
War, right? War.
Okay.
Is that one?
Come on. Read it.
Deuteronomy 28:23. And thy heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is under thee shall be iron.
It says, the heaven that is over thee shall be brass, and the earth that is beneath thee shall be as iron. Again, we like this. A lot of times we hear the saying, you're between a rock and a hard place. Okay. You're in total, you're surrounded by complete affliction, vexation, and torment. Okay. You're in a very, pretty much when we go into what Egypt means. All right. Mizraim, which means a place of distress or a tight place. You see what I'm saying? A rocky place. So imagine, you know what I'm saying, you being homeless and you actually land on the street. A lot of times, brother, can't even get comfortable on a little jail cot, let alone you laying down on that, you know, on that steel bed frame.
Or like what they did down here on Island. Now they got rocks.
They got literal rocks there. So imagine you trying to lay on something like that. You know what I'm saying? It being brass and it being iron. Just speaking about, you're just gonna have a tough surrounding. Okay, the people that reigns over you, as the scripture, get Proverbs 29:2. We always bring this out, and this is a good precept for Deuteronomy 28:23. Okay. Proverbs 29:2.
This is Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority,
When the righteous are in authority, read,
the people rejoice.
you're not gonna have no rejoicing, because the heaven that's over you is going to be the so-called white man. Read.
But when the wicked beareth rule,
When the wicked bear rule, the so-called white man, which is over us, read,
the people mourn.
the people are going to mourn. So Deuteronomy 28 and 23 is speaking about the mourning that you're going to go through. Why? Because the righteous are not in authority, because you're the righteous. So going into Deuteronomy 28 chapter is speaking about the curses. These are all the things that the Most High was going to put onto us until we are destroyed. It said he's going to make us the tail and not the head. The stranger that is within you, that is among you, is going to get up above thee very high and bring you down very low. So you're going to be constantly in mourning. That's what Deuteronomy 28 and 23 is talking about. The heaven that's over you is going to be the so-called white man, and the earth beneath you is going to be brass. When you go further into the chapter, it speaks about how your land was not going to produce fruit. Your cattle was going to be bare and be desolate. Your storehouse, your basket was going to be bare. So you was just going to be catching affliction from all sides. Okay.
Somebody asked, how did you let your family know you're not celebrating holidays?
How did I let my family know that I'm not celebrating holidays anymore?
Hey, while holding your balls, that's how you.
Hey, like the brother said, while holding your balls, but I'm gonna give you my story. I came in and cursed everybody out on Mother's Day. Meaning what? Cussed my grandmama out. I cussed my mama out. I cussed my sister out, and I cussed my auntie out and my cousin, and they all got on me.
Auntie Tappy asked that question.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, and they all got on me about it. So, I mean, like the brother said, you just gird up thy loins, you look them dead in the eyes, and you just tell them how that, you know, it's not right, man. You know, and
the Israelite brother, if you come around young, he did say, man, yeah, man, you know, it was the camp before Mother's Day. He's like, yeah, man, my woman sweat because I don't want to practice Mother's Day. I'm like, man, the hell with that. You know what I'm saying? Gotta come straight, man. Or I mean, you ain't gotta come, you know, frank, firm, and forward. You can use wisdom and say, look, I don't want to, you know, participate in these things anymore because, you know, I've discovered some information about the origin of it, you know, in my walk with God. You know what I mean? I don't want to disrupt it. I mean, there's different ways to do it. You know, there's different ways to skin a cat. You know what I mean? But you're going to have to tell them one way or another. Don't play no game. Hey. Don't hide that light. You got niggas teaching doctrines to hide the light. You know what I'm saying? Which we're going to get on them niggas too. But you got niggas teaching doctrines to hide your light. And that's wicked as hell. You know?
What I do every wicked ass holiday is I read scripture out loud in the house.
Just walk around.
Yeah. If
John 4.
if it's Mother's Day or Father's Day, Exodus 20:12. Honor thy father and thy mother. This is supposed to be an everyday thing, not one side of the whole damn year.
Yeah, those are all. That's what you gotta understand. It all goes back to Jeremiah 10.
Come.
Be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, because all of those are strategically, honor the sun and the moon in one way or another. You see what I'm saying? So that's why pretty much almost, with the exception of like Thanksgiving and Halloween, Jeremiah 10 applies to every. Really, technically, you can apply it to every, because learn not the way of the heathen. But the be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, that's every holiday in this place. You know what I'm saying?
And I hate that the Solomon Feast.
Boom.
Solomon Feast.
That was talking about our ancient feast, but you can tell them with that. You can bring it to.
My father and mother won't know that.
That's right. So, hey, it's gonna confound him.
Get me Leviticus 20 and 26. This is for the brother Darren Drew, right? I'm gonna read a verse first. Shalom to that brother. But I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna read this chapter first, because he said he needs to know how to cut this, right?
2026.
2026. Is it 26 and 20? It's 26 and 20. You know what I'm talking about. 2026.
Yeah.
Boom. Gone. So Darren, the cut you have for that is Leviticus 20 and verse 26. But I'm gonna read it for the people. This is Jeremiah 32 and 27. Behold, I am the Lord, the God of all flesh. Is there anything too hard for me? You got a precept? Okay, get 2nd Ezra 6, and you should know what I want. I'm gonna read it again. It says, behold, I am the Lord, the God of all flesh. Is there anything too hard for me? So I would assume, Darren, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I would assume that somebody's hitting you with this scripture to say, God loves everybody. He is the God of everybody. He's not just for the Israelites. Let me see. Darren, is that what people are hitting you with? All right, I'm gonna wait for the whenever the brother writes me right back in the comment board, I'll bring it out. But bring out Leviticus. Bring out Leviticus.
It's Leviticus 20 and 26.
Yeah, he said Khan. That's what they hitting him with. So anybody bring this out? It's very simple in the scriptures. Go ahead. It
says, and ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord.
Start about 25.
This is Leviticus 20 and 25. Ye shall therefore put a difference between clean beasts and unclean.
So the Most High said, you need to be Israel. This is clearly who he's talking to in the book of Leviticus. All right. Israel needs to put a difference between clean beasts and unclean. It's the reason why the Most High has given Israel laws, statutes, commandments. It's a reason that the Most High gave Israel these things. Okay. And it's going to further expound on that in verse 26. Go ahead.
It says, and between unclean fowls and clean.
Between unclean fowls and clean. So clean birds, unclean birds, clean beasts, unclean beasts. Again, how we know that the cow is a clean beast, swine or the pig or the hog is an unclean beast. We put a difference between that. All right, go ahead. And we know that a duck is unclean and chicken or your quail or your turkey is clean. Go ahead.
You shall not make your souls abominable by beasts.
Do not make your souls abominable by beasts. This is also a cut for any Christian that's going in trying to say that you can eat anything that you want. All right. And then try to go to Acts 10 or anything in the New Testament where they clearly don't understand, twisting and wrestling with Paul's or Peter's writings, and they have no understanding. The scripture said that you can
wrestle with Peter's writings as they do the other.
As they do the other scriptures. All right. The Most High is giving word unto Moses to say you can make your soul abominable by these things. So how is it now it's not an abomination?
And this is the thing too. You got to remember when they play that game about when Yahweh Shai said it's not what goes into a man, but what comes out of the man.
That's right.
The context of that was eating with washed hands versus unwashed hands, not eating unclean animals.
And at the same time, guess what? It's promoting
to eat unclean animals, is that unclean? Or is that defiling someone?
Exactly.
It's not what goeth into you, but will come out. So what, you gonna be eating swine and don't tell other people to do it? You gonna be doing it on a sneak tip?
Exactly. You're gonna be propagating it, which that is defiled that coming out of
That's coming out of you.
boom. Talk about it.
And
Talk about
then
it.
they try to come out with that receive all meats with Thanksgiving.
Receive all meats with Thanksgiving. We
Context.
understand that's talking about who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ.
That's right. That's
Real
right.
name Yahushua.
That's powerful.
All right.
Context.
I remember my when I was first coming into the camp to the GMS Seattle, when I was there, I was messing with this sister, and her mama said, "You receive all meats with Thanksgiving. This pork's gonna be good for you, but you don't want to eat it, but it's gonna be good for you." You see what I'm saying? But you can't tell me how doctor getting ready to cut your leg off, but I'm gonna take diet tips from you.
Yeah.
Uh,
But that's a
I'll
type.
get right on it.
That's what our people do. Again, when you're dealing with hypocrisy within the nation of Israel, what they say, do as I say, not as I do. You don't want me to pay attention to you about to lose your leg and the path and route you've taken in life, yet you want to bring that upon me. I was having a conversation with my grandma the other day. She was speaking about how she eat pork her whole life. She 91, good health. Her mama ate pork her whole life, lived to be 103. I said, well, what about smoking cigarettes? Is smoking cigarettes okay? She says no. I said, well, your sister smoked cigarettes and she lived to be damn near 90 at the age you at right now. The Lord only granted her 70 years. So she lived a full life smoking cigarettes. And she started when she was young too. So explain that now. So now smoking cigarettes is okay? Boy, I'm not gonna talk to you no more. All right, grandma, get out my face. Okay. And that's how you like this. You said it was a sister that asked that?
Yeah.
That's how you break it down. You just use Auntie Tappy. Auntie Tappy, that's how you break it down. That's how you break it down. You just use logic and reason with these people. They're not gonna get it. And if they do, hey, all praises. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I just had contacted the brother today. I just put it on my snap. I said, look, hey man, the Most High is out here moving. I had a brother come up to me today. When I first came into the truth, I asked him, I said, hey brother, you read the Bible? He hit me with the hell no, I'm not with it. I can't get with no book that that was used to enslave us. I can't get with it. And he came up to me today, man, on multiple occasions, like, yo, don't forget about me. We need to sit down. We need to link up. I'm trying to learn this, man. This is crazy. I want to know what the truth is. Guess who hit me? Keith. Yep.
He been watching.
He been trying to figure it out, though. You know what I'm saying? Brother's been trying to figure out. So the Most High is moving. Put it out there so that they'll leave you alone. And hopefully you can, you know what I'm saying, snag up some stragglers, you know, in the process. But finish that out. Going back to Leviticus 20 and 26, we kind of got off topic. Go ahead.
It says, or by fowl, or by any manner of living thing that creepeth on the ground, which I have separated from you as unclean.
Don't make your souls abominable by that. And why did the Most High give this unto Israel, and he didn't give this unto no other nation? Go ahead.
Verse 26, and ye shall be holy unto me.
Because he wanted Israel to be holy. So Darren, when you're going into it, yes, he's the God of all flesh. He's the creator of heaven and earth and everything in between and above, and anything we can even conceive in our mind. So clearly he's the God of all flesh, but Israel is his chosen people who he deals with exclusively outside of any other nation on the planet Earth. All right. And you know all of the scriptures. Your what is that? Psalms 147, 19 and 20. You got Joel 2 and 27. I mean, you got Deuteronomy 7 and 6. I mean, it's just scriptures upon scriptures. Malachi, Romans 9, 11 through 14. Because then it goes, that's really what you should hit them with. We're gonna get that too. But finish 26 and let's go in order. I don't want to go on and keep ranting. Go ahead.
For I, the Most High, am holy, and have severed you from other people.
The Most High is holy, and he has severed us from other people. So even though he's a God of all flesh, he has severed Israel from the rest of those people. It's very simple and it's very plain. Go ahead.
That ye should be mine.
That say it again.
That ye should be mine.
Say it again.
That ye should be mine.
That Israel will be the Most High. So when you go into the book of Hosea, the first chapter, And also when you go into Romans, the 9th chapter, 24th and 25th and 26th verse, I believe it also goes down to the 27th verse in Romans 9, Romans 11 and 25. We are going to be the people. We're going to call unto the Most High, and we're going to be his, and he's going to be our God. All right. Which you get that in 2nd Ezra. What did he just say?
This is 1654 or 1608?
50. Start at 54.
This is 2nd Ezra 6:54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen.
So that's all flesh. All flesh on earth today derives from Adam. Okay. And the Most High made Adam Lord of all the creatures. Read.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Most High, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
But he made the world for the sake of Israel. Go ahead.
As for the other people,
Other people, so he made the world for the sake of Israel, his, that he just said, and they shall be mine. Okay. The other people, read.
which also come of Adam,
That also come of Adam. Go ahead.
thou hast said that they are nothing.
They are nothing to the Most High. Go ahead.
But be like unto spittle.
But be like unto spittle.
That hurts.
I mean, it just, man. Go ahead.
And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
Liken the abundance of them that falleth from a vessel. You can precept that with Isaiah 40 and 15. And again, it just makes it the issue very, very clear. We can end it on Romans 9. Get Romans 9, because Romans 9 is just, oh man, because it then goes into the integrity of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? They try to challenge the integrity of the Most High to say, so what, is the Most High now unrighteous because of what he did? Let's see what the scriptures have to say about that. Go ahead.
On the top.
No, 11. 9 and 11.
This is Romans 9 and 11. For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil,
The children haven't been born. They haven't done any good or evil. Read.
that the purpose of Yahweh, according to the election, might stand.
According
Not-
to election. All right. We're dealing with an election here. We're dealing with the Most High exercising his prerogative. Go ahead.
Not of works,
Not of works. Read.
but of him that calleth.
So it has nothing to do with these other nations being able to come in and try to please the Most High. It's about the election of God and who he wants to choose. Read.
It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger.
Going back to the prophecy that the angel came and brought unto Rebekah, our foremother. Go ahead.
As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
The children hadn't been born. They hadn't done anything, yet the Most High chose to love Jacob and to hate Esau. All right, the so-called white man. Jacob is the Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. So again, it has nothing to do with what they did, who they were. This was before they were born. Go ahead.
What shall we say then?
Again, this is where we start. This is where it goes in and challenges the integrity of the Most High. What shall we say then? Read.
Is there unrighteousness with Yahweh?
Is there unrighteousness with God because he chose to love one of the twins and hate the other before they were born? Go ahead.
Most High forbid.
God forbid. And what did he then follow with? Read.
For he saith to Moses,
What did he tell Moses?
I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy.
At the same time, he said that I am going to sever Israel from all other people. He said, I will also have mercy upon whom I will have mercy. Read.
And I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
And I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. Read.
So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy.
Not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of who the Most High shows mercy to. So it's ultimately his kingdom. Him being the God of all flesh gives him the authority and the right to be able to delegate within, you know what I'm saying, with his creation. So him being the God of all flesh, again, gives him the right to choose Israel and to cast everybody off as a drop that falleth from a bucket, to cast them all off as spittle. Okay, if he wasn't the God of all flesh, then he will be conflicting with other gods, which we know there's no other gods besides the Most High, besides Yahweh. So again, he's the governing authority over everything. Get Isaiah 65:20.
This is Isaiah 65:20.
But
There shall be no more thence an infant of days.
infant of days, meaning like speaking about like your days being cut short. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna for Israel. This, first of all, this is speaking about the New Jerusalem. It's speaking about when the kingdom is ushered in. It's not gonna be where a kid is being. There's not gonna be no G babies in the kingdom of heaven. Okay, it ain't gonna be no G babies in the kingdom of heaven. That's what it's speaking about. No infant of days. Your days being cut short. Go ahead.
Nor an old man that hath not filled his days.
Nor old men that have not filled his days. Again, you're gonna in the kingdom. You're gonna have a full life. And you're gonna go and sleep with your fathers, all right, as in the days of old. You're gonna have a fulfillment of days, and you're gonna go and rest, man, properly. All right, this is a great question. Go ahead.
For the child shall die 100 years old.
Hey, the child is gonna die 100 years old. Again, just pretty much symbolizing a fulfillment of life. Go ahead.
But the sinner,
which it doesn't say. The translation says 100 years. It doesn't say 100 years.
It doesn't say 100. It's symbolizing and representing the fulfillment of life. The same thing is like when we look at things now. If you can get
what is Salaki? What it's really saying is read it one more time, Salaki.
Bring it up.
Isaiah 65:20. There shall be no more thence an infant of days,
Read.
nor an old man that hath not filled his days.
Keep going.
For the child shall die 100 years old.
It's not saying the child shall die 100 years old. It's saying that 100 years old is going to be like a child's age.
Oh,
That's what it's saying. You see what I'm saying? That's what you're going to be like a kid.
Right.
That's a tenth of a thousand lifespan. You're going to be like, it's going to be like you 10 years old.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
And then, like I said, on top of it, the way that we look at things now today, you make it to 100 years, they say like that's a full life. This is the way that, you know what I'm saying? You didn't hit triple digits. This is, ain't none that you wishing to die after that. My grandma 91, she hopes to die. Oh my God, she hopes. She just, the Lord gonna take me.
It's gonna be my last Thanksgiving. Go to that
the upper room. I'm talking about she been singing that song for the last 5-10 years, man.
Just ready to go.
And the Most High is plaguing her with life. Ain't that cold? How the Most High plagues you with breath. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Go ahead, keep going, because it's a beautiful point or a question that the brother brings out after we just went into Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, speaking about the curses. These are all of the things that is pretty much reversing the curse. Okay, go ahead. We're gonna reverse the curse.
But the sinner being 100 years old shall be accursed.
Keep going.
And they shall build houses and inhabit them.
So when we go into the curse of Deuteronomy 28th chapter, it speaks about how we were going to build houses, but we wouldn't inhabit them. In our kingdom, we're going to build these houses and we're going to inhabit them. Go ahead.
And they shall plant vineyards and eat the fruit of them.
Brothers got to get into these curses. Brothers got to get into these curses and know and understand these curses fully, especially when you're going in and trying to evangelize to a brother who doesn't know who he is and trying to bring a brother back into his identity, being in his truth. You got to know these curses. So when you take them to somewhere like Isaiah the 65th chapter or Deuteronomy 28:1-14, these are all of the blessings that we're going to have. So if you can show him and get him to identify and understand everything he's going through in life today, being a Black, Hispanic, and Native American, the things that he suffers is in Deuteronomy 28th chapter. You can go to Isaiah 65 and say, this is what the Most High is going to take all of that back. This is what we're striving for. Go ahead.
It says, they shall not build and another inhabit.
It's not going to be like somewhere like the White House or these high rises that, the so-called white man predominantly inhabits. And if it's not the so-called white man, it's the East Indian or a Persian or a damn Ishmaelite, you know what I'm saying? Or a damn a Hamite or Moabite or Ammonite. All right. Very rarely will you have Jake in these places. Okay. So we're not going to build a house and another inhabit. Read.
And they shall not plant and another eat.
We're not going to be out here busting our ass for Esau to be reaping all of the benefits. Okay, go ahead.
For as the days of a tree are the days of my people.
Hey, and trees live for a very long time. All right, so we're going to have that full life, man. It's just like it keeps reiterating how much life we're going to live. All right, and how we're going to have the enjoyment of our kids, which when we go into the Apocrypha, we go into the book of Sirach, the 25th chapter, it speaks about the things to be joyful and to rejoice at. All right, being of the same mind with your woman. All right, enjoying your kids. All right, hey, and Lord willing, the men that's out here pushing this truth and sincerity, will be able to see the fall of our enemies. All right, that's what we striving for as well. Many things to strive for. Go ahead.
And mine elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands.
And the elect shall enjoy the work of their hands. Okay, again, being able to build something up and reap the benefits of it. All right, and that's how it's going to be in the kingdom, especially for the elect, because we got to repopulate the kingdom. All right, we're gonna be the overseers of, you know, we're gonna be the Israel. All right, again, Lord's willing, I'm of the elect, gonna be the overseers of the kingdom. So we're gonna be, you know, delegating and overseeing all of the people working and everything, all of the work, man, and all of the countless amount of hours that we done put into studying these scriptures, debating and defending the gospel, defending the scriptures, contending for the faith, putting your life on the line for your brothers, battles that you would get into when demons arise, physical battles, man, where the Most High really got to teach your hands to war.
That's right.
All right, we done been through it all. All of that is going to be the things that, you know what I'm saying, brothers going to be able to rejoice for or rejoice in when the kingdom is established. All right, nothing is going to go in vain. So got a precept on that? I'm trying to think. It might be some more. Read it all. Read it. I shall show. Let's see the blessing and I speak with them. Have before I will answer. I will Isaiah yet speaking. I will hear. Rule from the land shall feed together. Shall eat salt. And thus shall be the serpent's meat. Shall not destroy all the mountains. Yeah, I mean it's reiterating the same things, man. You know. We're gonna enjoy our kids. Esau is gonna just be, you know, taken down, you know, and they're not gonna be able to touch the holy mountains of the Most High. I mean, you know, that's pretty much what it's going to. Is there any more?
No.
What happened? Somebody said some burnt out stuff.
Is it a sin to fucking eat?
Oh man, that dude, Quentin, man. Is it a sin to deal with an Edomite? Okay, it's not a transgression, but it's frowned upon, highly frowned upon.
Would you say, Zanat?
Yeah, what did you say, Zanat?
Would you tell your biological Edomite mother?
Go ahead.
Would you tell her?
Sleeping with the white woman is like committing bestiality.
It's like committing beast. I mean, I'm talking about you're just a hair away from bestiality, man. So, what is that? It's in the Apocrypha about dealing with the women. It could be.
You want Toba or you want Deuteronomy?
No. It's in the Apocrypha about dealing with how pretty much it's a shame to deal with the women of the other nations. Come on, bring it up. Don't listen, man. Just leave that white woman alone, man. Okay. If you can get some money out of her, man, without piping her down, hey, go ahead. But dude, don't lay with that woman, man. Hey, honor your rod, brother. Okay. Honor your rod, man. That's not even anything that you would want to do. Okay.
This is Tobit 4:12.
Go ahead.
Beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly.
Beware of all whoredom. Again, dealing with this white woman, man, is just going to take you out of this spiritual battle out of this spiritual realm that you want to be in. All right. When you're dealing with this white woman, man, you're dealing with a real serious, heavy demon. Okay. We always speak about the demons that's on our own women. So imagine the type of demons that's on a goddamn white woman. All right. We don't want to deal with that. We need to flee from that. Flee flee this new Babylon, this daughter of Babylon, and the stigma that you need to get with a white woman to be on some sort of level. You don't need them. All right. Yeah. Go ahead. Bring it out.
It says, and chiefly
Go ahead.
take a wife of the seed of thy fathers.
Go get you a wife for the seed of your father, man. All right. Your father, Jacob. Go get you one of them. Hey, and if you can't find one, patiently wait on the Most High. The same way we out here waiting for this kingdom, patiently wait for the Most High to bring you a woman. And hey, if he doesn't, hey, it's not for you. All right. You got to rest on the Most High. You got to put your strength, faith, and with all of your mind and all of your soul into the Most High. If he's going to give it to you, then it's for you. All right. But you got to be walking in conjunction with these scriptures, man, with the laws. All right. Following after the ways of the prophets and our forefathers that was in order and had favor with the Most High. That's what you want. You want to get back to obtain favor from the Most High and not be going out doing things that our forefathers did to cause them to go off and put us in a bad light with the Most High. So again, everything is contained in this book. Everything is contained in this book. It's such a great book. All right. It's such great record keeping. All right, of our people and all of the things that we failed at. It serves as an example as to where we don't want to go back to. All right. Leave that Edomite woman alone. Go ahead.
And take not a strange woman to wife.
Don't take you a strange woman. The Edomite woman, which is the white woman, is a strange woman. Go ahead.
It says, which is not of thy father's tribe, for we are the children of the prophets. It's Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even that they all married wives of their own kindred, and were blessed in their children, and their seed shall inherit the land.
Time. And guess what? It says, read that part again. They all had wives of what?
Of their own kindred.
Of their own kindred. If you go back to the prophecy that the angel brought to Rebekah, our foremother, the scriptures clearly state 2 nations are in thy womb. The brother actually went into the NLT version of it, and it speaks about how the 2 nations are going to be split or created out of the womb. So the Edomites are not of your nation. They're not of your nation. They are a separate nation. So we should not deal with them. All right.
What's that? What scripture you brought out in the text? You talking about how the parent wants to know that the son is dealing with, you know.
Oh, it's a Tobit 5. I believe it's Tobit 5 and 8. It's speaking about Tobias, Tobit. It's speaking about when Tobias had to go and get somebody to go into the journey with him. So it's somewhere right around there.
So
you see it?
I'm
Bring it
starting
out.
at 7. This is Tobit 5 and 7. Then Tobias said unto him, tarry for me till I tell my father. Then he said unto him, go and tarry not. So he went in and said to his father, behold, I have found one which will go with me.
Real quick, just to give a brief synopsis, Tobit sent his son Tobias out to go and find somebody to accompany him on the journey to, was it like Media? I believe it could have been Media. You know what I'm saying? Don't hold me to it, but I believe he was on his way to Media. So yeah, he said he's found a man. Go ahead.
It says, then he said unto him, go and tarry not. So he went in and said to his father, behold, I have found one which will go with me. Then he said, call him unto me, that I may know of what tribe he is, and whether he be a trusty man to go with thee.
I brought this up before. I said when you in a black household, I'm not quite sure if it's like this in a Hispanic or Native American household, but you in a black household, you can't just be out. You can't just be out talking about, hey mom, I'm finna go with such and such. They be like, who is that? Who is they mama? Who they daddy? Who they people? I need to talk to them. I know at least that's how my mom was. I need to talk to them. I want to see who they are. You know what I'm saying? And if it's one of them boys up the street who mama don't give a damn about them, now they iffy. You know what I'm saying? Your mama, your dad, they iffy about you hanging out with them. So this kind of, resonates with me and how I was brought up. Same way Tobias or Tobit was with Tobias. Go ahead. So read that part again. He says, come unto me. I want to see what? Go ahead.
It says, call him unto me, that I may know of what tribe he is.
That I may know of what tribe he is. Go ahead.
And whether he be a trusty man to go with me.
And whether he be a trusty man. Because again, trust and believe. Let my son grow up and come and say, Dad, I'm finna go to my friend Timmy's house. Timmy don't sound like no black name. Let it be an Edom, but hey, no, ain't no hanging out with Timmy. Man. Hey, man. Ain't no hanging out with Timmy, man. Go ahead.
It says, so he called him, and he came in, and they saluted one another. Then Tobit said unto him, brother, show me of what tribe and family thou art.
Hey, Tobit was checking his pedigree. He's trying to see what cloth he was cut from. All right, as a lot of us can relate to. What cloth is he cut from? I want to see what type of value that was instilled in you by your family. It doesn't necessarily, show who you are, because your family can be, of a certain, type, and you could have veered away from it and been different and been an upstanding dude. But again, it makes a parent feel comfortable when you just automatically know. Go ahead. Or when you can tell by your parents. Read.
Verse 11, to whom he said, doest thou seek for a tribe or family or an hired man to go with thy son?
So the angel kind of got smart with Tobit, like, look, you trying to find some sort of family member, or you want somebody to go with your son? Go ahead.
Then Tobit said unto him, I would know, brother, thy kindred and name.
I need to know your brother, your kindred, and the name. Go ahead.
Then he said, I am Azarias.
Azarias, right.
The son of Anias, the great, and of thy brethren. Then Tobit said, thou art welcome, brother.
I believe brother Tobit was Levite, right? I believe they were is it either Levi or Ephraim?
Tobiel. He's the son of Tobiel.
Keep going. It'll break it down. I want to say he was a Levite.
Son of Naphtali.
It was a Naphthalite?
Of the tribe of Naphtali. Yep.
Damn, I just read that too.
Yep.
My mistake. He was a Naphthalite. So when he broke it down, he says, of thy kindred. What did Tobit then say? Go ahead.
It says, to whom he said, doest thou seek for it? Yeah. So verse 12. Salah. Then he said, I am Azarias, the son of Anias, the great, of thy brethren. Then Tobit said, thou art welcome, brother. Be not angry with me, because I have inquired to know thy tribe.
He says, don't be mad at me, man, because I was inquiring of your tribe. I want to know, like I said, your pedigree, what cloth you cut from, you know what I'm saying, to see the type of dudes you are. Go ahead.
It shows so-called Spanish would say, dude.
They do the same thing? That's right.
It says,
yeah, like the brother just said, these are the northern kingdom. This is the northern kingdom, so we see that the northern kingdom is on the same deal. Go ahead.
It says, and thy family, for thou art my brother, of an honest and good stock.
So he realized and he found out that he was of an honest and a good stock. So I'm now comfortable and at ease with you being, or with my son being away for so long. Go ahead.
For I know Anias and Jonathan, sons of that great Samias, as we went together to Jerusalem to worship and offered the firstborn in the tents of the fruit, that they were not seduced with the error of our brethren. My brother, thou art of a good stock.
Thou art of a good stock. So he pretty much broke a little bit of, again, man, think about in a black household. Let's say that you not the one going to hang out with somebody. Let's say somebody brings you to their house. The first thing they're gonna ask you, boy, you look familiar. Who is you? Who is your daddy? And you tell them who they is, and they be like, you know what? I do know your dad, man. We used to run back in the day. Zanat, get the brother some water. Let's do it. Hey, me and your dad, man, we used to run back in the day, man. Hey, that's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? Tell him I said what's up. Hey, he's cool. You know what I'm saying? Now he's okay. He's comfortable with you hanging out with with his son or his kid. All right.
Definitely.
Man, somebody just asked me a question. They said, oh, the taper. Yeah. You get a taper, don't make it bald. All right. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? You could taper, you can kind of clean it up. I don't know if y'all can see mine, but yeah, no, he said, can I get a taper with no lineup? So yeah, you can taper it. Go ahead. The brother said, "Can you use these Edomites for sex?" Don't honor your rod. I can't stress that enough. Honor your rod. Stay away from them.
People that kind of actually on it. Let me see.
Somebody asked if we got free will.
We're gonna
Read
deal with that.
Proverbs.
We're gonna deal with free will in a second. Hold on. Guys asking questions about tilt it up real quick. Tilt the camera. Asking questions. Just somebody said, "Can we use the white woman for sex?" Is that what they asked?
Yeah.
What you need to worry about is if the Most High God can use you in His ministry.
That's right.
Why don't you ask that question? Why does everybody want to ask all these? Well, let me tell you something, man. If you ain't ranked up to an officer in our camp, don't even think about using any woman for sex. You need to think about the kingdom of God, man. All right? Over here talking about, can I use, man, bro, ask some questions that are important and that pertain to your salvation, please. And stop trying to just serve your goddamn flesh.
That's right.
Learn how to mortify. Give me Colossians 3 real quick.
That's right.
I can't believe somebody gonna come in the camp. People, all the questions you can ask. You gonna ask me, can you use a white woman for sex? What importance does that have? Okay, why don't you make your own rightful decisions in your mind, man? All right, give me that in Colossians 3. Guys are just crazy, man. All right, all them Greek letters, they get, there's so many of them. Okay.
Who is it? Who is this dude with this damn East Indian looking picture? He's got some sort of script, some sort of ancient Sanskrit. Some sort of ancient Sanskrit, man.
Oh man.
The 12 tribes never swam back to Egypt.
Oh,
dude, listen, you're about to get deleted.
Go ahead. Go
ahead. No time for sand niggas.
No time for no red dot head. Coolie cooking hella. Go cook me some curry, man. So go ahead.
This is Colossians 3 and 5. Mortify therefore your members.
You see that? Mortify your members. Well, he asking me about can we just use the white woman for sex? Learn how to mortify your members, man. Read.
Which are upon the earth.
Meaning your flesh, your bones, man. Read.
Fornication. Uncleanness. What's that? Inordinate
affection. Read.
God. Evil concupiscence. And covetousness.
Man, all of that, man. Read.
Which is idolatry.
You see that? Just learn how to rule your flesh, man. You feel me? And get in tune with the scriptures and grow and learn in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shah. Okay? Sleeping with white women is not going to help you do any of that. You see what I'm saying? So, nor is sleeping with any woman going to help you do any of that. Right? So, okay, apparently it's a sin to ejaculate. King David was a girl. What else? What other? You know what I mean, bro? Oh, yeah, GMS is the burning bush, a new doctrine of Satan that's out. Here's the thing, man. With all these heresies that's going out, brothers need to be asking more important questions. I'm not going to call it a stupid question, but I'm going to say there's more important questions for a brother to be asking. It's more knowledge and more important topics that a brother needs to be obtaining and building himself with than can I just use white women for sex? That's crazy. Don't just listen. Keep that to yourself. Think about it for yourself. And whatever you come up with, do whatever the hell you feel. All right, who gives it? You need to ask us about what's going to help you in this truth. All right? Not no goddamn can I pipe white women, man? That's crazy.
Hey, this dude's a gook, man.
Oh no, this dude, yeah. This dude right here,
yeah.
He's been an infamous scoffer for years. For years he's been scoffing.
This dude's a gook.
No, this dude believes he's not a gook, he's an East Indian. This dude.
So he's just on some gook stuff?
No, this dude believes. Oh no, he's Cambodian, Salakia. He's Cambodian.
Okay.
He believes that the Southeast Asians are the Israelites, and that the East Indians are the Edomites, and that we have nothing to do with any of this at all. You see what I'm saying? So
this is your book.
Yes, apparently, but you don't know it. That's a nigga because he's talking about the pyramids that's over there in Southeast Asia, whatever. You niggas built some pyramids. It don't look like no other pyramids anywhere in the world. Okay, a lot of people say black people migrated from Israel and built those too. All right, there's evidence suggesting that.
South Asia.
In Southeast Asia, Cambodia, they got some magnificent built pyramids over there. Man, so what? Every nation got wonders of the world. White man got the goddamn Leaning Tower of Pisa, don't he? So what?
Did the Northern Kingdom, did they go over?
No, they ain't go that way. They ain't go that way. No. There might be some of them over there, you see what I'm saying? But they went around Africa, they ain't going around Asia. But that's the whole point of it. That nigga, he's been coming, I mean, I've been seeing him, bro, at least 5 years on the comic boards. That same scoffing ass Cambodian. We know about the last Cambodian that came around the truth. Okay?
I know.
We know about the last you Cambodians.
I think the Lord took him out.
And I grew up with you, damn. I knew a lot of you Cambodians. This brother too. You knew a lot of Cambodians coming up
South.
Yeah, up there, and all the Cambodian Crips up there, Washington, Vietnamese Crips, Thai, Lai, all you Southeast Asians,
all the niggas of Asia.
the niggas of Asia. But y'all still ain't us. You rice-eating bastards. You still ain't. You know what I'm saying? Y'all try to emulate us. You know what I mean? These niggas try to rap. That's horrible. You see what I'm saying? You try to be niggas. You see what I mean? All these Crips, Bloods, they can't fight. You see what I'm saying? You Southeast Asians, you're not Israelites. You're the heathen that the Bible speaks of.
God.
And prepare for slavery. All right? You guys are just, you're just Japhites that's up amongst the Moabites and Ammonites.
Yeah.
That's all you guys really are. You see what I'm saying? And what is it not written that Japheth shall dwell in the tents of Shem? Give me that. Give me that in Genesis. Japheth shall dwell in the tents of Shem. When you walking around the hood, I see a Vietnamese man in my neighborhood. You see what I'm saying? That's Japheth dwelling in the tents of Shem. I'm in Compton somewhere. All of a sudden, here's some damn pig eating Samoan popping out of nowhere. That's Japheth dwelling in the tents of Shem. You see what I'm saying? That's all that is. Every hood, City Heights. We teach in City Heights. It's gook infestation. Linda Vista, all the Asians in Linda Vista, right? The Linda Vista Crips, 50% Asian, 50% black, right? Yeah, bro, probably mostly Asian. It's an Asian gang that's got a few black members, huh? You know what I mean? So this is how we know, right? Carson, many cities on the West Coast. Other people don't understand this, maybe so much who are from other parts of the country, because there's not much as an influx of these populations as there is here. But us here, we understand it because we see this. We see the Vietnamese and the Thai amongst us and some more, right? You got it? It's right at Japheth. Well,
yeah, he said Judah ruled of South Asia, not West Asia, Middle East coast.
First off, that's not West Asia, okay? That's Northeast Africa. How about that? Now what?
You mad?
First off, nobody claims the Arabs claim they're Asian. So to say that that's Asia is BS, but go ahead.
I was gonna say, man, this is a brother on here said, if I wasn't on the chart, I'd be mad too. All right,
I'd be hot.
That's right.
See, look,
I'd be talking all the shit.
People hate on that chart. Somebody told me, that chart ain't never brought nobody to repent. You a damn liar. That chart brought me to repent.
It ain't.
If I seen me, when I seen, oh, that's me on the chart. No, hey, number 3 on the chart, number 1 in your heart. All right. I seen that. I said, oh, I gotta get down. Whatever they talking about, I gotta follow this. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so yeah, like you said, it hurts if you.
Listen. I'd be mad too, man, if I went on the chart. I'd be talking all the shit y'all talking. I'd be talking the same.
Why you think the Kushites be doing that? Kushites be like, damn, man, ain't no love for the East African man. Ain't no love for the Ethiopian. Oh, nope. You bitch ass sign. Yeah. You was doing your thing, and here we was getting destroyed. So there ain't no love for nobody who ain't got destroyed. You see what I'm saying? Period.
Hey,
you got what you want? You got that?
He said,
what you want? Fine, go ahead and read that, y'all.
Genesis 9:27 says, Yahweh shall enlarge Japheth.
That's right. He enlarged them. How did he enlarge them?
And he shall dwell in the tents of Shem.
It's their bones. He enlarged them, their bone structure, number 1. They're the largest people in the planet Earth, the Samoan and the Tongan. Period. Scientifically, I used to mess with these girls in high school, right? So this one Samoan broad I was messing with, right? Anybody knows me, knows my tales with them. There's one Samoan broad I was messing with. Her mother was trying to get her father health insurance, and he kept getting denied because of his size. So she literally had to go into scientific research in order to prove that it wasn't out of character for him to be this large.
Right.
He wasn't overweight or unhealthy because of it, because his people are literally that big. They're the biggest, the heaviest, largest bones on the planet. You see what I'm saying? They've been enlarged. They also had Europe at a time. They were enlarged throughout Europe, and they were decimated from Europe, and they were enlarged over Southeast Asia and the islands. Australia, New Zealand, them islands, Fiji, Tonga, Samoa, Hawaii, all the way into Southeast Asia. That's a huge space of land. Huge. So they're enlarged in two ways. Go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra 2:28.
Read it.
The heathen shall envy thee.
That's all this Cambodian is on our chat doing. He just is so envious of the fact that he's not God's. Please show me one. If you guys are Judah, he's saying the Cambodian is a tribe of Judah. How have you influenced the world? Show it to me. Prove it to me. Okay. What do they say on Men in Black? What I'm gonna do? Go to Cambodia and get a $2 lobster special? Okay,
Yeah.
That's influencing the world, nigga. Come on now, you can't. What good can what have you ever seen a Cambodian that was just outstanding at anything short of ping pong? Can anybody tell me?
Are them Cambodians the one that do ping pong?
Which they're not even. Listen,
I
I'm
was
just
about to say,
talking because they're Asian.
yeah,
They don't even do ping pong.
What
That's
do
the Ammon and
Cambodians
Moab.
do? Cambodians is
They-
nothing
do
but
they-
sweatshop
Are they-
workers.
are they
That's the only thing they're good
divers?
for.
I don't
It's
even know if
making
they
sneakers.
dive.
Nah, they don't.
Nobody
they don't-
eats
they
Cambodian.
don't have none of that.
Nobody eats Cambodian food.
They don't have nothing.
And Cambodian hair. That's like,
Right.
you know, there may be Cambodian hair,
They
but
got the
even
crop.
that's like on the lower echelon after, you know, the Asharite hair and the Malaysian hair.
Like I said,
Then you get to the Cambodian
they
hair.
only known for the sweatshops. You know what I'm
Only
saying?
for the
I
sweatshops.
appreciate you for the sneakers I got on my
Yeah,
feet.
period. Nike.
Nike.
Oh
that's it.
God.
Or I think they do Adidas.
Hey,
over there
that's what they
sometimes.
gonna say. That's what they gonna say. Listen, we made them Adidas, you niggas.
I know, right? Yeah. Come on, man.
You ain't design them.
Come
You ain't
on.
design 'em.
You made Asics too. All right, that nobody wears.
It says,
And Shaqs as
And
well. Go ahead.
but they shall be able to do nothing against thee.
You can't do anything. Like, you don't know this Bible. You can't go in this Bible and show us anything, tell us anything. You're not deep. You're not prolific. Like I said, this same Cambodian scoffer, I've been seeing this guy on the comment board, bro, for 5 years easily. Maybe even longer than that. Maybe 6 or 7. I've been seeing this dude. And he's never been able to produce a scriptural breakdown that made sense and justified the fact that he was an Israelite in any context, whether it's his people are the Israelites and we're lost and out of our minds, or his people are a part of Israel. He's never been to, in any context, by any means, substantiate that he's an Israelite. He hasn't been able to do it. He hasn't been able to show a contribution of his community. The Bible says Jacob is the former of all things. What in the hell did the Cambodian do? Oh, wait. Oh, so y'all got some pyramids over there? So what? There's pyramids all over the world. There's mega structures, megalithic, magnificent constructing buildings all over the world. Every nation had it. So what? Big deal. We are the temple, nigga. Go ahead.
Did you say Revelations 11:1? This is Revelation
This brother's a scoffer over here, Deacon the Cock. Go ahead.
11:1.
Uh-huh.
And there was given me a reed like unto a rod.
Uh-huh.
And the angel stood, saying, Rise and measure the temple of the Most High, and the altar, and them that worship therein.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a lot. Verse 2. But the court which is without the temple leave out.
Leave out. Don't measure it.
He's out.
It's not a part of this. It's left out. You're a part of the left out. Go ahead.
And measure it not.
Measure it not. Why wouldn't you measure something? Maybe because it's unimportant. Go ahead.
For it is given unto the Gentiles.
Ooh, that part, leave that part out. Whatever over there. Don't measure it. Who cares about it? Whatever.
It'll never be a huge stone.
You never be a huge
He's
stone
just-
a part of
It's
this.
just the dirt and debris outside.
You go and let me tell you something, you Cambodian piece of garbage. Okay, you lobster-eating piece of trash. You're going to come up 3 times a year to Jerusalem, and you're going to worship the Most High, and you're going to bring sacrifices to the Levites, okay, one day, and you're going to serve us in slavery, all right? So prepare for that, all right? We ain't going to take it easy on anybody who's trying to claim our nationality for them damn self. We ain't going to, just like we ain't going to take it easy on the Amalekite, we ain't going to take it easy on the Falasha Jew, we ain't going to take it easy on you, we ain't going to take it easy on you damn Polynesians that's claiming to be the tribe of Naphtali. We're not going to take it easy, man. You got to do, I made a statement with the West African video that some of us are scattered to the islands. This damn Samoan gonna get excited and think I'm talking about him on the comment board. Glad you guys finally, I said, nigga, hold on, let me get this clear, all right? I said some of us are scattered amongst y'all, but most certainly y'all are not the Israelites.
Let's be clear about being clear.
Let's be clear about being clear. I said, because after Esau, you guys are the filthiest heathens. Okay, period. The Japhetic man? Are you kidding me? This woman, the same woman I was talking about whose mother did the study, right? She said she went to Samoa. She said you wake up out of your hut in Samoa and you go out to the beach and you see a pig, a wild hog running around. And she says an hour later, it's your breakfast. You people are sick and disgusting. Just the filthiest, the vilest, grass skirt wearing, stinkingest, never taking a bath ass, talentless bastards I've ever seen in my life. Okay? That's why your women come running to the Judite man. Running to the Judite man all over the place and creating a bunch of half Samoan Negroes who sometimes move back to the island with their family. And those are the Negro, the Israelites that are scattered there, not you goddamn Samoans. All right? Understand that. Slaki, what else is going on in the chat, man?
I mean, it ain't really no more questions. They just everybody getting on these Asians, man.
All right? You Asians who eat cat and rat and dog and blood and bat and everything.
Give it to us.
And it feed it to me, talking about this is teriyaki. This is some teriyaki chicken. You see what I'm saying? Obviously, eyes.
When I was working in City Heights, I had a moment where it was like 2 guards. I ran into this Samoan dude. I mean, I went to Palomar College, so I know a lot of Samoan cats know how they live and shit like that.
That's right.
Pretty cool motherfuckers or whatever, but I ain't gonna fuck with them.
They dwell in the tent of Shem, so they have assimilated into our culture. That's why they're all Bloods and Crips. Go ahead.
But this dude talking about how cool peoples and he was gonna invite me to a feast, and he was like, "Yeah, man, we're gonna have pig."
Roasted pig, yeah.
The whole pig. No, let me hit y'all with with something. Hold on now. Pig is disgusting, but a lot of people eat pig, right? You know what they eat on the Isle of Tonga? Horse.
Horse. They love it.
They eat a damn horse on the Isle of Tonga.
And that's why the Samoans hate the Tongans.
They call them horse eaters.
When they went to war, they killed all their horses and eat it.
You feel me? The Tongan is a savage in here. Tongan is such a savage beast. And I'm talking about the Tongan is a real special type of savage. And that's why there's that animosity between them. These are all the nations of Japheth. All right? How do we know they're the nation of Japheth? There's an island in Greece, and it's called Samos. You see that? It's called Samos. Where the Samoans come from. And then they migrated up out of there when the white man rose, ran them up out of there, and ran them to them islands. Then they call it Samoa. You see what I'm saying? From Samos to Samoa. They wear something called the ear toga. In Greece, they just wore the toga. Then they call it the ear toga when they went down there into the Pacific. It's still a toga. That's a little flower thing they, you know what I mean, they be wearing. Right? Even the men rock it. Go ahead.
What's the little, they supposed to have like a fantasy story.
A Japanese immersion school for 6 years. Shouts out to the brother Hassan, man.
Hassan,
He said he went to the Japanese immersion school for 6 years. I feel sorry for your mother.
Hey, look, man, our people, it's just our people just lost. And then they'll be up in the store. I remember when I used to be a little nigga in the hood, man. I used to go up in the store. What?
Hassan needs to go.
Look, I used to be this little nigga in the hood, right? So I'll go up in the store. You know, the Gooks run the store, Korean mostly run the store. So they be talking to Korean. So older niggas used to always tell me, hey, look, when you hear them niggas talking like that, you tell them niggas yo mama too, because they talking about you. You see what I'm saying? So we know when we come around them people, that's our enemy. You know what I mean? We arguing with them, they overcharging us, whatever. You're trying to mark up the price of Old English in the damn store or whatever. You see what I'm saying? So we know that that's our enemy when we walk up in there. You know what I mean? So it ain't no damn secret. You know what I mean? Yeah, and in the nail shop, they doing your feet. They doing a black woman's feet, which is an honor to, it should be an honor to you, you damn mamzer. And you talking all kind of bad about it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? She doing your eyebrows, she doing your nails, she doing your feet. She's selling you hair. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, she got the nerve to badmouth you. You putting every one of her kids through school. Right. You see what I'm saying? Every one of her kids through school. And that's what some people get messed up when we brought out the statistics about black spending. Brother asked me, how much of your money do you spend? I said 100% of my money I spend. 100%. I don't save any of my money. I don't have the luxury of saving any. See what I'm saying? I can't. So he tried to ask me amount. I said, it doesn't matter the amount of money I spend. You see what I'm saying? As far as literal dollars, it could be $10, it could be $10,000. What matters is the percentage of it, because $100 to me could be $1 million. $1 million could be equivalent to $100 to you. You see what I'm saying? Depending on what you had. You see what I'm saying? Kind of depending on what you had. So people don't understand when you put things on a scale. It's about putting things on a scale. So if you spending 100% of your money, that's a major hit. And the majority of our people spend 100% of their money. Don't save a damn dime. Don't have the luxury. You said what? Boom, right there, the water. You see what I'm saying? So when you find out that black people are spending more money than everybody else, but we're only 14% of the population in America we talk about, it makes sense. Somebody want to challenge that. Every nigga I know spend 100% of their money. So I don't understand what's so hard to understand about that. I don't got no safe deposit box at Bank of America where I just got, 100 bands sitting at. You know what I mean? I don't got anything like that. All this money I got is spoken for. You see what I'm saying? Robbing Peter to pay Paul and all that. Right? So what the hell is the Cambodian talking about? Back to him.
Brother just asked, you said, I can prove the Apocrypha.
How can you
It's
prove?
actually a part of the scripture.
Well, it's quite simple, brother. I'm gonna tell you how simple it is. What you do is give me the gospel, the Feast of Lights and the gospel. I'm gonna show you right here. Okay, we're gonna show it to you in the Bible. Number one, in truth, and we recommend this to brothers. We do this ourselves sometimes. We get caught up in arguing with people, but they have to prove it's not a part of the Bible.
I was just gonna say, show me the Greek captivity. Show me the Greek captivity in the scrolls and the records of that didn't coincide with the prophecy of the Old Testament and the New.
Exactly. It's you can't. The Apocrypha was a part of everybody's Bible until I want to say about 1789. About 1789. So we're talking about nearly 200 years it was a part of everybody's Bible. Then one denomination decided to take it out, which were the Protestants. Then many people adopted that thereafter. All right. The Protestants decided to take it out. The Catholics still have it in there, and the original King James Version is still in there. You see what I'm saying? So when they got to prove why it was taken out. That's what they're going to have to do. You see what I'm saying? Because how is God going to just let that be published like that? You see what I'm saying? All these extra books that just weren't inspired just ended up in there. How is that possible? Right? So give me that in the Feast of Lights in the Gospel. You got it?
Is it, let me see it.
Winter. It says it was winter. Give me that coffee, Baba Kusha. The water.
I'm just letting him knock on the door.
A little rookie hazing.
Feast of Lights.
Just look up winter in the Gospel. We'll say Feast of Lights, Feast of Dedication, one or two.
Oh, it is Feast of Dedication.
Feast of Dedication. There we go. You got it? I'm gonna show you a quick way. Like I said though, first off, make them prove it's not. Number one, which they can't do, so that'll shut them up. But a good piece of evidence you could go to in the New Testament to substantiate the Apocrypha, we don't go to it now. Go ahead.
John 10:22. And it was at Jerusalem, the feast of the dedication.
You see that? So the feast of the dedication, which is Hanukkah, which is found in the Apocrypha in the book of Maccabees. So they clearly were following the Apocrypha. And Yahushua, who the world calls Christ, was following the Apocrypha because he himself, along with the rest of the Israelites at that time, took part in this feast, which is only found in the Red Book. All right? So those are the two quick angles. First off, you can't prove it's not. Second off, Yahushua was celebrating the Feast of Dedication, which is only found there. Therefore, it must be, quote unquote, inspired by God. All right, period. Also bring up the fact that Christopher Columbus used the book of 2nd Ezra in the Apocrypha to sail over here, and they bring it out and feature that prominently in the movie 1492. All right? These are things that need to be understood. Let's get a...
Okay, it's a dude named Mix Him Up One. Dude, what do you want?
What does he do this?
I know, it just seems like every time I'm reading your comments, it's just about nothing. Yet you're still here. What do you want? He said, y'all got a bottle SOT. Who's SOT?
Let me tell you something about the Sons of London. Falsely called the Sons of Thunder. I asked for the debate. He played around with the date. Therefore, the debate was taken off the table. Okay, you don't get to play around. Okay, either we was going to do it, then we wasn't going to do it. All right, so he played a game, so I removed myself from the talks of the debate. Okay, point blank period. We're not here to debate. Until somebody can show me where Luke 3 is Mary's lineage, nigga, you can't debate. Okay, period. You're not qualified to teach. Shut down.
Nigga.
Nigga. Okay, you over here, you believe Mary was a virgin, nigga. Bye.
He's on some real other shit. So that's why I said, dude, what do you really want, man? Thank you for the view.
Hey, first off, I'm gonna tell you like DMX said, what you bitches want from a nigga? Okay.
I'm powerful.
All right, we all mama here teaching the Bible through spirit prophet Yahweh.
That's right.
All we doing trying to edify, you know, the beautiful brothers and sisters that come in here and get learned, you know, and can count on us, you know, to really count on the Most High to have us here to present, you know, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through His Spirit on a weekly basis. And here you come. Here comes Satan. You know, in Job it says the children of God came to present themselves before the Most High, and Satan came also. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, we're not surprised.
He said, yes, sir. Come on with it. Listen, Mix Him Up One. Nobody's debating you. You're a nobody.
Who are you?
Listen, you're like
reveal yourself.
Reveal yourself. You're a nobody. Nobody's debating you.
You niggas come in all these hidden accounts. You know what I'm saying?
His picture is up, if it's him. But I mean, dude, like I said, who are you?
Who are you? No, yeah, you're right. Nobody even knows you.
We've already addressed everything you want to debate. We've already addressed. If you don't believe it, hey, go do the work. Just show me some of your videos and some of your highway
in front of the Roman Catholic Church teaching their doctrine.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then we might think about it.
I think when the deacon come up, he gonna negate his whole doctrine. The Negro only doctrine.
Oh yeah. The deacon's definitely gonna go in.
Well, guess what? We're going to segue into the Negro-only doctrine now. Because let me tell you something about the majority of Negro-only Israelites. They hate God, and they hate the Bible, and they hate black people, unless they're dark-skinned. If you're dark-skinned, they love you.
But the thing
if you're light-skinned, they don't love you. But if you're white, they love you.
So what about the wheat and the tares? There's going to be some Israelites that look black that are tares.
Well, look, I'm gonna tell you what. I was on the phone with Officer Rayabia Bungad of the tribe of Gad up there in SICARRI, Seattle. I said, if you and me were on a video, these carnal, simple niggas would tell me I wasn't an Israelite because I was a Latino, but they wouldn't say nothing to him because he looks Negro. But he, in fact, is a Native American, and my lineage is not Latino, but it's Haitian, right? But that's how simple and carnal these niggas are, that they wouldn't, if he didn't say that, yeah, my grandfather is a Native American Indian, if he didn't say that, they wouldn't say anything to him, simply predicated upon his appearance. That's how you know they're full of it, based on that right there. If you're going by looks, number one, give me, matter of fact, give me about David. I said the Most High sees not how you see, all right? Because a lot of people get caught up on something called, you know, you're color struck. That's what it is. Niggas get color struck. Who taught Negroes to get color struck? Willie. Good old Willie Lynch. Willie Lynch taught you color. You didn't know color in the sense that you know it now. Where, oh, he's light-skinned, he dark-skinned, she brown-skinned, she caramel, she butter pecan, she a red bone, she a yellow bone, she high yellow, she light bright, almost white. He blacker than 1,000 midnights. You didn't know that. You see what I'm saying? We varied in shades of brown, true. But we didn't know colorism in the ancient times. We didn't know it. All right. The white man taught you colorism to destroy you from within through divide and conquer. The same way he taught Latinos to hate each other and to hate black people, and Native Indians the same thing. He taught you this so you would love him and be busy focusing all your negative energy towards your own. Negro-only Israelites are Willie Lynchites who believe in a grossly unrealistic paradigm. It's very unrealistic what you idiots believe. They'll say, this is what they do to try to cover their tracks. The Bible says in Deuteronomy 23 that a mamzer shall not enter the congregation until its 10th generation, period. A mamzer or a bastard. Then they'll jump up and try to say, this is talking about a mamzer that's mixed with white or Egyptian. They can enter into 3 generations. No, it don't say mamzer there. It only says mamzer one time, and that's 10 generations. But the reason why they play that game is because of what happened in slavery. They can't say that this mamzer is just a mixed person because the likelihood of multiple brothers being mixed is, you know, it's astronomical. So, and you know, at some point within the last 10 generations, there would be no way for you to know. You see what I'm saying? So they say they cover their tracks and say, well, we ain't gonna say that, but see this, we're gonna make this 3 generations. So if you got, you know, you gotta have, you know, within the last 3 generations, it's got to be all black. And if you can prove that, then you that. But that's not what the Bible is talking about. So they play a game, and it's hilarious. But give me that about David, Baba Kushai.
That's in Kings, right?
It should be in Samuel, 1 Samuel. 1 Samuel, he's a ruddy youth. I believe. And he was short of stature, and everybody loved Saul. Why? He was big. You know, he was an Israelite. You know, he was big and long. He was tall and, you know, dark-skinned brother. They loved him, and he failed you.
Where it says,
because you thought about flesh too damn much. You see? Right? Light as Stephen Curry is. Does he got to have dark skin to be talented? You see what I'm saying? Are you crazy? Blake Griffin jumped out of the goddamn arena. Did he have to be dark skinned to be able to do that? Phil Jackson got the most rings as a coach.
Is it? Probably.
That only a quarter black. He didn't need a whole lot of melanin to do that, did he? You see what I'm saying? Not saying that melanin isn't powerful or not important, because it is, and it's biblical, but that's not what it's all about. It's about the spirit of the chosen people of God, the Israelites. Yeah, Ash, you got that?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
1 Samuel 17 and 42. And when the Philistine looked about and saw David, He disdained him.
There's one before that. It's does it say it there? The Most High sees not how men see.
No.
It's a little bit before that. Because it's powerful. Because you looking at your brother some type of way. We see it with Jeff Taft and Judges 11. They say, man, you a halfie. Get out of here, Jeff Taft. Then they came running to Jeff Taft to save them from the heathen. Because that's their brother at the end of the day. People can play these halfie games. Okay? Till the halfie got the most hands. And everybody's running to the halfie to come save somebody. You understand what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous as hell. A lot of brothers, due to the curses of Deuteronomy 28, don't even know enough about their father and their father's lineage to even be able to substantiate some of these wacky claims. You see what I'm saying? Acting like they just know of a certainty there's no white people nowhere in their family. Who knows this nigga that taught that busting in your wife is sin, right? This nigga that just started talking that demonic doctrine. Guess what he found out, which I have the proof of that he admitted it. He found out that he's an Edomite.
So,
wait, but black as he is, that's a dark-skinned brother. He about your color on the thing, right? That's a white man teaching this doctrine to you. You see that? But these niggas, they're just going off of color. So yeah, this light-skinned brother who knows his father and I could go back into the 1800s with my family's history. These niggas can't go past 1980 with their family's history, right? But he's an Israelite, which he's an Edomite. Me, I'm not an Israelite I'm just some nigga in limbo for 2 more generations, right? People are idiots, man. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't even make sense, right? You found it?
Gone.
Go ahead.
This is 1 Samuel 16:7.
Mm-hmm.
But the Most High said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance.
Look not on his countenance. You see brothers, man, they look strong, powerful, like they're going to be assets to the Lord's army. Read.
Or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Most High.
This is Saul. They love Saul. Saul, big, brown, dark, skinny, tall, muscular brother. Most High said, I refuse that nigga. Read.
For the Most High seeth not as man
He
seeth.
said he don't see how man seeth. He looks like a mighty man. He looks like the one the Lord chose, but that's not the one the Lord chose. Read on.
For man looketh on the outward
You're
appearance.
looking at his skin tone because the white man taught you that. You're looking at his hair texture because the white man taught you that. Not saying that, oh, he looks, this goes for white people. This goes amongst us. This is something that plagues us as a people. It's comparing 2 Israelites to each other. David versus Solomon. I mean, not David versus Solomon, David versus Saul, rather. David may have been on the lighter side. David was of certainty smaller in stature, not as muscular, not as well renowned, not as intimidating looking. Imagine Shaq and Brandon T. Jackson, right? Everyone know Brandon T. Jackson, knows he's Israelite, whatever. And compare those 2 brothers to each other. If I look at Shaq, this is the guy, man. It's him. Cute, big, dark-skinned brother, powerful, deep boy, commanding. And then you got Brandon T. Jackson, right? Smaller, light-skinned, higher voice, things of that nature, right? Which one accepted that he's Israelite? The one that you wouldn't have picked. The one that you didn't want on your team. The guy who got picked last on the team, that's the one the Lord wanted. You see? Go ahead.
It says, for man looketh on the outward.
SICARRI. Exactly. People would just think them Negroes, white fathers, and will embrace them. They'll get embraced. I had a nigga tell me I wasn't an Israelite, right? He told me I wasn't an Israelite because I'm mixed. I went to his Facebook. I go to the pictures he's got on his timeline. He's praising Colin Kaepernick and Bob Marley. So wait a minute. Colin and Bob are your guys? Well, fuck me, right? Bob's daddy is a white man.
What?
You see what I'm saying? A white man. You know, but those that's your guys. But me, just go ahead and write me off.
Going right him off, right?
Right? Good luck. You niggas are walking contradiction, and will chase some 5 out of 10 high yellow girl down the street in lust after her yellow flesh.
If I can add, man, that's how you know it really has nothing to do with your mother being white and your father being a Haitian. It has everything to do with you personally. Alazar Von Lloyd, aka the Gorilla Hebrew, and that dude being a demon to try to stop the work that's being done. That's why he pushes your name and SICARRI so hard so he can, you know, for that clickbait, for people to, you know, to click on it and try to just stir up confusion and to sow discord in Israel, man. That is exactly, that's a perfect example, man. All praise to the Most High for exposing that damn demon.
That's right. He's
a damn demon.
He's a demon. That's all. Just a nigga that just ain't got nothing going for himself. He can't have his own ministry. It's not unless he's going, I'm just going to break down Isaiah 31 today, brothers. You know, we're just going to go into it. I'm going to give y'all the precepts. We're going to the Hebrew. There's no video that exists of that. It's just a video of a nigga trying to talk about another nigga to try to get people to watch him and and gain the audience of those that also hate on somebody else, so they can all just be in a circle of dick-eating niggas. You see what I'm saying? That's all that is.
Listen, for brothers that literally put work in.
Yeah.
They don't know the audience we got just came. It just came. You know what I'm saying? We ain't just come to this thing and just start name dropping everybody and stole the audience. Nah. Brothers is out here putting in work. So the people that watch us can respect the work we put in.
That's right.
Get the hell out of here, man.
That's right. We like the brother said.
We got a hood in Washington.
Yeah, first off, we got a hood in Washington. Second off, you got 2 niggas that came from Washington to California, then went back to Washington. Nah, but you know, to the brother's point, last year or in 2015, annually, we clocked something over 300,000 total views on YouTube. In 2016, we did damn near 2 million more views. You see that? So what the brother said is, brothers have been laboring, brothers have been putting in work. A lot of people are just now getting familiar with it. You see what I'm saying? It's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, of course. Meanwhile, these guys do nothing. That's why I called them like I called that nut from St. Louis, a clout leech. You see somebody clouting up, and you just gotta leech on. I gotta attach myself to this, and I have to leech onto it. You see what I'm saying? It's no delusion of grandeur. You know what I mean? You have some groups that have delusions of grandeur, but they literally think if somebody talks about them, they're using it for relevance. When in fact, that if somebody else is more relevant than you, then what would they gain from talking about you in the realm of relevance? None. So that can never be the case. You see what I'm saying? But let's finish that out.
It says, "For man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Most High looketh on the heart."
Oh, he's light-skinned. You know, light-skinned niggas is always soft. You see what I'm saying? You're looking at the outward appearance. The Most High is looking at the heart. You see what I'm saying? Period. Okay. Okay, Con. So let's finish this out. Let's get the book of Psalms 105 and the 6th chapter, please. Because I'm going to disprove and debunk all these mixed people are not Israelites. All right? We're going to disprove that now through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which we've done several times before.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says Psalms 105 and
6.
6.
This
is Psalms 105, verse 6. O ye seed of Abraham.
Oh, ye what?
Seed.
Wait. Huh?
O ye seed.
Seed. Read.
Of Abraham, his servant. Ye children of Jacob, his chosen.
Ooh. Read.
He is the Most High, our power. His judgments are in all the earth.
So wait, his chosen are the seed of Abraham. Where is the womb at? There's a womb in there. It said seed. I'm the seed of Abraham. Period. There's no, that's who the promises are to. The seed of Abraham. So for you, give me Amos 9 real quick. This just hit me right now through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Give me Amos 9, how Israel will be sifted. right? Give me that, because you guys are idiots, and you hate the Bible, and you hate God, and you hate black people, unless they dark skinned. But you love Hamites though, and you love the white man. I had a nigga argue with me, telling me I'm not an Israelite, but then telling me that we need to be more graceful to white people and that they could be saved. So your own brother that's got a white mother, to hell with him. But the white boy that is afflicting and oppressing you, now he can come in. If that's not the most Willie Lynchite coon doctrine, I don't know what is. I'm not going to fight amongst brothers of various skin tones and Hispanic brothers and Native Indian brothers, because it's all counterproductive and it's exactly what the white man wants, right? So read that, officer.
This is Amos 9:9.
Uh-huh.
For lo, I will command,
Uh-huh.
and I will sift the house of
He
Israel
said he going to sift the house of Israel. Watch this.
among all nations.
It's, meaning the seeds is getting planted in various nations.
God,
In their wombs sometimes. Go ahead.
like as corn is sifted in a seed.
Now watch this. As corn in the seed, but watch this. Go ahead.
Yet shall not the least
Not the least, read.
grain fall upon the earth.
That's the seed. Meaning the Lord is not going to forsake any offspring patrilineally of the seed of Israel. That's what that just told you right there. He said, neither the least grain shall fall upon the earth. Meaning anybody whose forefathers are Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are going to be saved by the Most High God. You have a precept? Go ahead.
They mixed among the nations. Wouldn't they? Some of them look like the nations.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
That's a
go
cut.
ahead.
That's
So,
a
these
Give them a little
hey, look.
jabs from the lesson I got.
these verses, they don't exist in the Bible. They don't exist. They must not be there. These niggas must have a black only Bible that don't, dark skin only Bible, which is not black only, dark skin only
Yeah,
Bible.
ready.
Right. Go ahead.
It's Hosea 7:8.
Mhm.
Ephraim have mixed himself among the people.
Wait a minute. What did Ephraim do?
Mixed himself among the people.
But wait a minute, brother. He's still Ephraim though, right? So how is he not an Israelite? Now listen. Now let me bust him. Now let me bust him. Now, like you said, now I'm gonna give him something real quick. Watch this. You idiots, man. You're so stupid. Remember,
You are so dumb.
yeah, Andrew Dawson, you are so dumb. What is wrong with you? Where the police is gonna get you, run and tell that, homeboy. Hold on. Watch this. Watch this. Well, because they don't actually read the Bible. If they read it, then maybe they would have heard of it. Watch this. I'm gonna show y'all a reference in history, something that you niggas don't study. You just assume and you make every Hamite an Israelite. This is via a source called A Concise History of the Jewish People. Watch this. Besides the political and ethnic differences between Israel and Judah, there were religious ones. What does that mean? Meaning there were distinguishable ethnic differences between the two kingdoms. How is this possible? How can the northern kingdom look different than the southern kingdom if we have this? What they're saying? How was Issachar a Mexican when they had a black father and a black mother? Well, according to history, according to scholars, they say the two kingdoms began to already look different because, as we just read in Hosea, Ephraim has mingled himself amongst the people. The northern kingdom were more prone to race mixing with the Moabite, with the Ammonite, with the Edomite, with the Ishmaelite, with the Hamite, with the Assyrian. So even when you look on the walls of the pyramids of the Aztecs, I'm seeing dark-skinned Mexican, brown, lighter hue. They were all mixed in. Then the white man comes, so even more of that occurred. You see what I'm saying? So these people are idiots, man. Officer.
My woman, she's an Issacharite, but her family, they call her China, which just means like she's a Chinese looking woman. She looked Chinese.
Yeah, Chino.
Her grandmother looked like a damn Filipino. She's an Issacharite.
Mingled, especially with Moab and Ammon. There was a lot of mingling between the north, especially the tribe of Gad. It speaks about it in, I believe, Jeremiah, where Ammon and Gad, because the Ammonites were afflicting the Gadites, so there was a lot of mingling that was going on. That's why they say, oh, these guys are American. Well, they mingle with the Asian. Okay, but what characteristics do they share with the Asian outside of physical? What cultural thing do they have similar to the goddamn Japanese man? None. This is how you know it's a spiritual thing. You can look like anybody you want to. You understand what I'm saying? But what is your spirit? What is the innate nature that moves in you, that makes you tick? That's the question. That's whom you are. That's what makes you of one nation or of another. Okay, that's divine. That can't be shaken. You understand what I'm saying? Terrell, you had something?
Yeah. It was brought out to me one time that IUIC uses this. Ephraim is like a cake not turned.
Which that's the rest of the scripture. He have mingled himself amongst the people, then it's going to say he is a cake not turned, which, like you said, dark on one and light on the other.
I heard them say, break that down like, you ever heard their breakdown on that?
Who?
The Negro owners.
I've heard him say something like that, like it had to do with idolatry or something like that, which I don't. You would have to show me the parallel between an unturned pancake and idolatry. It just, that's what I'm saying. Like, they'll try to run and create some type of doctrine. Even the Jacob is a speckled bird. You can try to, but I mean, it's pretty plain what it's saying.
Yeah, because it's in the context of mixing.
Yeah, they're mixing, they have mingled, and they are a cake not turned. We know what that means. You got different colors in your family. Oh, well, such and such mama is an Indian, such a mama Asian, such a mama white. You see what I'm saying? So you have various hues. Black people come together in the household, you got all colors, all shades of brown in the damn house. You see what I'm saying? And these same Negroes go home and go visit their families and see every damn color of brown in the damn house, but then get on in the internet and act like they're just, everybody got to look like Shaq.
Yeah, right.
You guys are not, you don't live in reality. That's the place where you don't live at, reality. If you think that the Hispanic man is not getting profiled by the police, the same as you, who was darker than 1,000 midnights and black power, you're dumb. You see what I'm saying? And then this is you had a light, bright essay. You see what I'm saying? Light, bright essay, bald head, you know what I'm saying, with his dickies on. He's way lighter than you, but guess what? The police gonna profile him the same. They don't even sometimes profile him more. We had a Mexican tell us, me and a captain, that, you know, some of the Mexicans had clowned him because he was riding around in a truck with big rims, like how a Judite would. But he said, y'all niggas are in the lowriders getting pulled over all the time. So they actually are getting pulled over at a more rapid rate. You people don't know anything. That's the problem, is you don't know anything. You open the Bible, you try to make it into what you wanted it to be, and that's not what the Bible is not what you want it to be. You mean to tell me when you first heard the truth is when I heard the white man was a devil and we're the Israelites, I wanted it to be that, you know, and it made sense. But then I started hearing like you can't commit adultery, you can't shave, you can't eat pork. These are all things that I loved. You see what I'm saying? I didn't want the Bible to say that, but it said that. I didn't choose that. That's just how the Most High set it up. So even though there was things that I liked about it, there was things that we didn't like having to be in order and follow instructions from God and having to give up things that we've cleaved onto with such affinity our whole lives.
It made it second nature.
It made it second nature to be that wicked Negro. And we had to put off that sinful nature because the Bible is not what we want it to be. It's what the Most High wants it to be. You see what I'm saying? So where we at? Finish that out.
This is the book of Psalms 105 verse 6. O ye seed of Abraham, his servant, ye children of Jacob, his chosen. He is the Most High, our power. His judgments are in all the earth. He hath remembered his covenant forever, the word which he commanded to 1,000 generations.
Let me get the Strong's H2233 on that, please, on the word seed. Let's see what seed is talking about. All right, which we all know, but when you look at the definitions of some of these words, it just makes them look that much more dumb. You see what I'm saying?
Zerah.
Zerah.
So Strong's H2233.
Mm-hmm.
It's a seed,
Seed, read.
sowing,
Sowing, read.
offspring.
Keep going.
A sowing seed, semen.
So wait. What?
Semen.
Semen. The semen of Abraham is going. If you're produced by the semen of Abraham, and it say nothing about nobody's womb, the semen of Abraham. That's what it's about. Period. God made a promise with the semen of Abraham. Okay, and when you understand that, you stop being an idiot about people being mixed. Okay, that's when. Give me 1 Chronicles 16 and 13, please. These guys, but again, some of these same guys, not all of them, but some of these same guys will say a white man can be saved. I got into it. I said, nigga, you over here arguing with me, but you are telling me that the white man can be saved. You guys care more about white people than about black people, because quote unquote mixed. First off, when did niggas start calling themselves mixed anyway? That's, you know what? See, and this is what people would say when I was growing up. Not are you, people said, what are you, we know you're black, but what are you mixed with outside of that? You're still a black person, but there's a mixture that's been brought in there that has altered your features. That's the appropriate way to look at it. Not you're like there's some type of mixed, what is this? You mean to tell me my father is Haitian, my mother is Irish, but I'm the same as somebody whose mother and father are Lebanese, they're mixed. What is this phantom mixed race of random combinations that all these people just become to be, though they have nothing in common? Go ahead, Ike.
The scriptures just said that Ephraim have mixed themselves, yet it still calls them Ephraim.
There you go.
I mean, that would have been if it said, you know, the mixed people. The mixed people, you know, or the people mixed with Ephraim are mixed now or whatever, that would be a cut on us.
Yeah, they're a null and void nation now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's still calling them Ephraim. They're not mixed with they mix themselves amongst nations, but they're still Ephraim.
And the thing is, you guys play such a game because it's you know this. You guys play this game and you know it. You go to wherever the hell you from, you see mixed niggas, you see Latinos in the same damn predicament as somebody who's dark skinned. There's a meme going out of, it says team light skin, team brown skin, team dark skin, and then you got Mitt Romney on the meme saying, you all look like niggas to me. Right? No, wait, hold on. I'm light skinned, right? I'm mixed, right? What did that white man yell across the street at me the last? That nigger's lying. Okay, come on. They know who a nigger is and who a nigger ain't. All right? They've been knowing for a long time. Now, somebody may bring up, oh, well, what about Ezra, which we are at the time of Ezra, when certain of the mixed children were put away, there was a purpose for that. And we went into it, but I want to get a scripture on it real quick. Dealing with it, just quickly, y'all could go check our video out. Just put in SICARRI and Mamzer into your YouTube search, and you'll see our videos on the matter. I want to say it's about 2 different series that we did on the matter, but it's, now watch this. It says, Ecclesiastes 3 and 5, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. So there were certain stones that got cast away of Israel who were brought up, not just the mixed kids. They were the ones that were mixed and brought up in the ways of their mothers, the heathen that was put away. They were cast away, but then the time when Yahushua come, he said, go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. He sent us amongst the Gentiles to go and regather those seeds back. You understand what I'm saying? So let's go to, you got that in Chronicles? Go ahead for me.
This is 1 Chronicles 16 and 13.
Uh-huh.
O ye seed.
O ye what?
Seed.
Semen now. O ye semen, read.
Of Israel, his servant.
Now, I'm a seed of Israel. Ain't no denying that. Read.
Ye children of Jacob.
That's who the children of Jacob are. Those who are his seminal fluid. Read.
His chosen ones.
That's who his chosen ones are. His seminal fluid. Read.
He is the most high, our power. His judgments are in all the earth.
There we go. Give me Jeremiah 30 and 10. And we'll wrap on that.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 10. Therefore, fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, says Yahweh.
Read.
Neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed
will be saved. Read.
From the land of their captivity.
That's who the Israelites are. No matter what color they are, no matter what they mix with, if they are of the seed, the patrilineal descendancy of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, no matter how they look, that's who's going to be saved. All right, period. Put that to bed. Stop fooling, stop buffooning, and get real. All right. With that, we give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashum Yahweh Shai. What's up? What's up? Go ahead. You got something else? Go ahead.
I believe it's a sister. She's been asking the entire class.
Okay. Well.
Get Titus 2. Get Titus 2. You know what I mean.
You know what I mean.
You know what I want. This is for the this is for what's her name? Let me make sure I say it right. Sayan or Sayan Ketshire. I don't know if it's a brother or a sister. They keep asking about the role of an Israelite woman, so I would assume it's a sister. If not, I apologize for offending you, brother. Bring it out.
This is Titus 2 and 3. The aged woman likewise.
So speaking about the aged woman, read.
That they be in behavior as becometh holiness.
Holiness, being separate, especially being separate from the old wicked woman of our nation and the society we live in. All right, churchgoers, hypocrites, gossipers. All right, defiled. They're defiled with meats. All right, they're abominable. Okay, all kinds of things. So we don't. We want our elder women to be separate and holy. All right, go ahead.
Not false accusers.
Again, false accusers. That goes into that gossiping. You know what I'm saying? You know, such and such did this and such did that, and don't know the first bit of truth of the story. All right. So this is what the elder woman of the nation, of our nation, is doing today. All right. Go ahead.
Not given to much wine.
Not given to much wine. We don't want no alcoholic, drunk. I'm gonna say this is literally for the young women, not giving them much wine. I'm talking about there's so many drunk, absurd, abrasive women out running in the streets as we speak.
Colorasi,
Thunderbird. I'm talking about women. Women literally will drink damn near anything you give them.
Talk about it.
I'm talking about
strawberry readers. Let's talk about them readers now.
They want to get on those readers. See, they got this thing, man, where they have like 10, 15 different bottles of wine. And they'll just pour it into this punch. They'll just pour it all into this punch and make that with that jungle juice. That jungle juice. And they just be tore up at the party. Throwing up, sloppy, just not in behavior as becoming holy. All right, go ahead. So again, the elder woman has to set that example, not giving them much wine. Go ahead.
Teachers of good things.
And not to mention, man, when these women get off this wine, man, they get really aggressive. They start wanting to fight. They really start thinking they're men.
Start trying to rape men also.
Women
be out here trying to rape brothers, man.
That's right.
Okay. Oh, that's off.
John. It says teachers of good things. Okay? That good doctrine, the old paths, all right, holiness, separate, all right, and righteous through the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Go ahead.
That they may teach the young women to be sober.
So that they can teach the young women to be sober-minded, all right, sound in the doctrine, sound in the faith. Read.
To love their husbands.
To love their husbands. The role of a woman is she needs to love her husband. Okay? When we're dealing with love, we mean dealing according to the law. The same way a brother will love a fellow brother according to the law, a woman needs to be loving her husband according to the law. And a man should be loving a man should be loving his wife as Christ loved the church.
To love their children.
Love your children. Don't be encouraging your children to do things that is contrary to the sound doctrine, that's contrary to the truth, that's going to stir them away from their identity.
That's right.
Okay, go ahead.
To be discreet.
Discreet. Okay? Our women need to operate and conduct themselves with much discretion. All right, go ahead.
Chaste.
Okay. A lot of our women are not chaste. They're just giving themselves, going with the wind. All right, they're just in the wind as a ship in the storm, shaking to and fro. We don't want our women to be like that. We want them to be operating again with a sound mind, a sober mind, using discretion and being humble. All right, go ahead.
Keepers at home.
Keepers at home. Not only meaning staying your ass at home, but also tending to the duties that the household requires.
Talk about it.
Okay, keeping the household in order when the man is gone.
Woman with ability.
With abilities. That's right.
God.
An able woman. Okay, go ahead.
Proverbs 31. Goddamn it.
Hey, if it's a sister or a scion, read Proverbs the 31st chapter. It's gonna break down a righteous, noble woman whose price is far above rubies.
There we
a
go.
Virtuous woman. That's
There we
what
go.
What the scripture say. Go ahead.
An entrepreneur of a woman.
An entrepreneur.
You got these sisters talking about who's anti-polygamy. Get on the damn YouTube and Facebook talking about, nigga, you ain't got enough money to take care of all of us. And well, according to Proverbs 31, you're supposed to have your own grind.
That's right.
It says the woman that you really want is a self-sufficient sister. You see what I'm saying? Pursuant to Proverbs 31.
That's right.
So don't come playing them games like you're just supposed to sit around and get pampered and taken care of while we're all in captivity. The best woman is the one that has her own ability. Of course, now, on a Sirach, a woman who maintaineth her husband, hates her life. Not saying that the woman should be maintaining her husband, but the woman should be a contributor to the table. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, we're not promoting these dirtbag dudes. Hey, we want you to have your own hustle. Like the brother said, entrepreneurship. Go out and do your thing.
I was in this woman on Instagram. Now I've been on Instagram Live, seeing, checking pulses of the people. Anyway, so-called Levite or so-called Haitian girl. Now I found out now she has kept this from her social media that she actually is what they would call an exotic dancer or a stripper. She don't post any pictures, at the clay, and she regular, right? So she's on Instagram Live talking about how she's a dancer and, she kind of masks it or whatever. But she was saying basically, she was like, the only way a nigga can take me out the club is if, he can set me up with, some type of hustle, some type of business or whatever, because I want to be industrious and, in that aspect. You know what I mean? Which, of course, she's off for being a whore. You see what I'm saying? But to a degree, is the mind kind of in the right direction, being that she wants to be industrious. You see what I'm saying? So that, there's a lot of sisters lack. You know what I mean? Of course, maybe hopefully one day she repent and get off the pole. But go ahead.
That's right. She's gonna be one of the women that's gonna heed to the men of the Lord.
And she fine as all.
She just want to be called by His name.
She's fine as hell.
It says good. Oh,
Good. Listen, good. Ain't that called that? It just isolates good. Be good. All right. Our women are so mischievous and conniving. All right, and spiteful. Be good. What you got? You got the blue letter?
Yeah.
Bring it out.
It says of good constitution or nature.
Good constitution or nature.
Useful.
It's
that salutary.
Solitary?
No, it's not solitary.
Solidarity?
It's like salutary.
Salute.
Hold on, select y'all. Salutary. I don't know what that is.
It says good, pleasant, agreeable, joyful,
agreeable,
happy.
Oh man, agreeable, joyful, and happy.
Excellent.
Not bitter, not damaged and deranged. All right, coming at you, man. It just said earlier, false accusers.
Good.
Be agreeable.
Excellent.
Present a point that a man can have a dialogue with you and have a constructive conversation with, man. Not to be at odds with your ass all damn day, every day. Come on, you just looked it up?
You know what?
It's distinguished, upright, and honorable.
Distinguished, upright, and honorable. Be a woman that I can look and I can have some honor in talking about.
Salutary means beneficial.
He benefit. Oh man.
Salutary, which I believe it probably. I'm gonna look up the etymology. I believe it probably means like it's like commendable or salutable. What you're doing is salutable. I can commend the great work that you're doing.
It says producing good effects. Health giving. Health archaic meaning is health giving.
Health giving instead of blood pressure spiking.
Exactly.
Okay.
Blood pressure spiking, cholesterol, stress. All right, I gotta use my sick or my vacation time to just get rest. Because I'm, man. Then I'm talking about the scripture.
Yeah, it goes back to the word salute. Salute. So you're salutable, you're commendable.
Yeah, that's right.
For the goodness.
That's right.
You know.
This precept is Ecclesiasticus 26:3.
Mm-hmm.
A good wife
good now.
is a good portion, which shall be given in the portion of them that fear the Most High.
Be that gift. Be that gift.
God,
right? And don't be a curse.
God.
Because the scriptures also say that a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man.
God.
So regardless of what you think of me, you are still, all right, a gift to a wicked man.
That's
a curse.
Right.
You're a curse.
Be Abigail.
Be Abigail. Oh man. Shouts out to Abigail.
Be Abigail.
Listen, I'm talking about man.
Oh,
bring it out.
It says obedient to their own husbands.
Obedient to your husbands. Okay. Again, man, when your husband tells you to do something, I'm gonna tell you this: be able to be led. Don't be
leadable.
Don't be leadable. All right. Don't be the type of woman that just wants to be that leader. Okay. It's not for you. The Most High didn't set it up that way. And trust in him. I'm gonna tell you this: if you trust in the Most High, you're gonna trust in your man. He's gonna lead you.
Period.
This is how he set it up.
Period.
All right. Okay.
And don't wait till you're 50 to realize it.
God.
Because who wants you at 50?
Unless you're me alone.
Okay. I seen one girl. Who do they have up there? She's 62. Was looking. Oh,
now what's her name?
fine.
What's Ricky baby mom?
Boom. Her. She looked the
52.
same. She looked the same as she did in 1990. Okay.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Right.
That the word of Yahweh be not blasphemed.
And in doing all of those things, you are not blaspheming the words of the Most High.
Come.
If you don't do those things, you are blaspheming the word. And this is what we don't want for you sisters that are out there listening. We don't want that for any of you. And we hope that the Spirit can come upon you where you can get in order.
That's right.
So with that, we give all honor, glory, and praise to the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.